Well, this is Cardo's Media, and yeah, don't blame the messenger. Yeah.
Yo, you don't know, this is Trilogy, straight out of Dominica, and you're tuned in to Cardo's Media. Don't blame the messenger. Boom!
Well, this is Cardo's Media, and yeah, don't blame the messenger. Yeah.
Yo, you don't know, this is Trilogy, straight out of Dominica, and you're tuned in to Cardo's.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing in the audience today? This is your boy Cardos on Cardos Media, and we're gonna have some special guests this afternoon. We're gonna have two gentlemen from Wesley. We're gonna be doing a breakdown or a talk about some wordings that was probably misconstrued and construed in a different manner today. So we're gonna have Mr. Surgington and Mr. Roll on the mic with us this afternoon. How are you guys doing today?
Bless up.
Miss Clint, you're in that darkness there, Clint. We can't even see your face. And I can't hear you neither. Nothing no coming through on your end, Clint.
You hearing me?
Yeah, hearing you loud and clear.
Okay.
You're not your mic not muted, nothing, so I don't know what's going on with your thing there, Clint. No, Clint afraid you, man.
Why would that be? Why would he do that? Nah, I don't think so. No reason for that.
But I'm glad that you guys came on the live today, and I Clint, you have to use a different phone, Clint. Send a message to somebody else's phone and see, because I can't hear nothing you're saying. Hello?
You need to send a link for him on Facebook so he can click it for his phone.
Yeah, I can send it to him via Facebook. I sent it to you via Facebook. Oh, you cut off. I sent it to you via Facebook.
I guess he'll go off and come back on.
Yeah. So Noah, what's going on?
Man, I hear in this cool land.
I see we have a President Trump gone wild in America, boy. How you think about that?
Yeah, that is how it is, man.
Hey.
That's how it is.
Yeah, man. But let me ask you one question before we even get to the heat of our discussion. Clint, talk to me here. Nope. Try your lady phone and see. What do you think about this DEI thing? What does that entail to you as a person?
The DEI thing? You're talking about Trump and his DUI, meaning over the helicopter thing?
No, just in general, because they're saying that a lot of black people are gonna be losing their jobs because of this DEI thing that the president is trying to start up with. You know? So I don't really know much about it, so I'm asking people in general what they think about it or what they know about it, because I don't know.
Is the DI thing is about the equal rights, where as a black person you could get a job, the same job a white person could get or not, that kind of thing. And I mean, I'm not sure which one of the presidents that implemented it, but I heard something like he said he was gonna take it off the map. I guess he
Okay.
have the feeling that that we black people have jobs that we're not qualified because of our color, basically, to hold. You see?
But somebody was telling me that it's not about race, it's about sexual orientation.
And when you say sexual, you mean male or female?
Well, besides the male or female, like the transgender people that get in jobs, like, when they say, oh, I'm a man and is a woman, really.
Well, I mean, Trump already say there is only male or female.
Yeah.
Some people might be against it. I for it, basically. That's
Me
the
too.
best thing he ever say. That's the only thing Trump ever said that I feel, yeah, okay, yeah. I for
That
that.
one that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the only thing he said that makes sense to me since he have his thing.
Okay.
Male, you can only be a male or a female, So, I mean, I don't know. Some people might look at it different on certain wavelength that a girl. I think a girl can do a man's job. I think is so long as she's trained properly. I don't believe in that thing where there's a man's job and a woman's job.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain things maybe in a home that a man would do that a woman wouldn't.
Yeah.
But on the field out there, I think it's equal. At home, I mean, a man, if you live in a house with your wife or your girlfriend and stuff like that, there are certain things that you're expected to do, as a man in the house.
Mm-hmm.
On the outside, you have women mechanics that are very good. You have women investigators that are very good. You have women engineers that are very good. I mean, some of them might be even better than some of the men.
True.
So I mean, I'm not in that gender thing. I figure it's the same. It's the same thing with. I mean, some people say they didn't put the lady for president because she's a woman. It can go both ways. Is she capable of doing the job? Yes, I think she was capable. But that's just me. And is Trump capable of doing the job? To me, he might not be, but that's who the people vote.
Voted for, yeah.
So I just have to sit back and listen and see. What can we do now, man? The thing is that a lot of people brain. Trump is gonna be there for 2 years. That's it.
For 2 years, you think?
Why not? Isn't that his thing?
No, it's not 4-year term now. 4-year term.
Well, he had already did a term. I don't think a president can. I'm not sure if a president can do a combine. I mean, he did a term. He was president at a term.
Yeah, that's 45. Yeah.
Right. So this one, can he do another term? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he can.
Yeah, man, he can do it. Yeah, because Obama did it. Obama did 2 terms.
No, but Trump already did a term.
Yeah, that's 1, and then
right,
Obama.
So and he's doing a term now.
Yeah, so that's 2. So that's the second term. Mm-hmm.
So can he do another term?
No, he does no more after that.
So that's what I'm saying. So you only have one term doing now.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that a lot of the stuff he's implementing gonna take a couple of years to really set down. I mean, some of the stuff I'm for. Some of the stuff makes sense. Some of the stuff don't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, in life, people gonna have things that gonna make sense to certain people and to make sense to some people. So
very true.
I mean,
very true.
The part where he talked about the male and female genders being the only recognized genders in the United States of America, that was part of the good one for me. Well,
that's one of the main things he said that made sense to me. The other thing is that people are taking advantage of the U.S. system, as in just come in, have a child, and go out. That thing.
That immigration thing, yeah.
That immigration law, I think, it's kind of touchy sometimes, and it might hit home to some people because some people did it or have done it. I mean, everybody wants the best for their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And some people make the sacrifice to maybe come up here, maybe their last paycheck, put it on, come up here, just to have a child to go back home. We don't know, you know. We don't know how people are gonna look at it, but it can go both ways. That is the situation. So I mean,
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Clint.
Fine.
Good.
No, Trump can't go. Trump can't do no other term. According to the Constitution, he can only do 2 terms.
Yeah. That is,
and he did one already.
Yeah. He's the second president in the history of America to do it like that. I can't remember the first one name, but there was only one president like that before.
I'm on a live. Yes, so good evening. Good evening. My brother Trump did the same thing too. His father wasn't from America, so Trump as well is as an immigrant too. Somebody left that comment. So,
I mean, a lot of the stuff he's trying to implement doesn't make any sense. I mean, he's talking about his wife is not from America, wasn't born in America.
no.
His kid is from his wife was born here, but I mean,
then you would not
what is he
you would
gonna
have
do
to
with
send
him?
his kid home.
So that all those things is just things maybe he don't even check those things and just jump onto it, you know. I mean,
Yeah, but there's something else you have to look at. The way the system operates in the American politics is, well, I mean, over the world, you all have the back players, people in the back channel. They're the ones pushing the idea. Trump is just the person in front to carry out the operation. Yeah, so, you know, I don't think it's Trump alone. There are plenty more people in that.
But
I talking like people like the Pompeos and them kind of people there, you know, it's them. Them their own things. What you call them, neocons?
let me say this though. Let me say this. Every country has immigration laws. Every one of them. Even in Dominica, we have sent people out to Dominica.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the immigration laws would probably in America were not as stringent as he's trying to push them to be right now. But they have been there. He didn't come up with any new laws, you know, he just implements them, I think, a little bit more stringent or putting them out there in the open so people can know about them. Did he make any new laws when it comes to immigration?
Not necessarily. I mean, what he's doing, you can understand, you know, based on his politics and who are pushing his politics. What he's saying is that the average American falling out of work. Mm-hmm. And the reason for that is because you have undocumented people coming into the States and working illegally. They don't pay no taxes. The country lost some money in that way. So it's just a matter of, I would say, fixing the system.
Exactly.
And yeah, it will look bad for somebody like me coming into the States, you know. The Mexicans, I see it happen, you know, coming over there. And they're taking the jobs and they're taking the jobs cheaper than what American would do. It's the same like here in Dominica, the same thing. The Haitians coming here. Well, no, Haitians work for less money than us now. Change.
They love the game.
They're working for more money than us now. Yeah, because they realize labor there in demand. So the price them go up. Yeah. Back in the day, I figure this be what, 40 cents and 50 cents. Now I figure this dollar looking to go dollar something.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how it is, you know. Yeah.
So, well, this evening, guys, Mr. Rule, you made some statements about concerning Mr. Surgenton, and he says that we need to address these in a public.
It's not about addressing. I mean, I got a call telling me that my good friend Mr. Roller was on a live calling me a hypocrite, and I was like, okay, where was that coming from? I mean, I was in Dominica for a month. I was down there for the reunion, and me, I think we even had a drink. I mean, how did that come about? Hypocrite? I mean, where is that coming from?
You see, that thing again, Richie. That's the other thing. People tend to have a different perception about when you speak, how you deliver something. To me, people always believe because okay, for instance, let's say Noah is what? TOD, and let's say IUPP. The fact that we're not on the same boat, people always believe when you have that conversation, it's because you have a grievance. So you hear what he's saying to somebody call her and say, blah, blah, you're a friend from West. Of course, no, it's my friend. We grew up together. And I think I had a right to have a conversation. And I think he has a right to have a conversation too.
True.
Yeah. It's basically that. You know, people carry it a different way.
So what was the hypocrisy about? I mean,
well, that I can explain. that I prepared to explain, right? When I say
about the reunion, and I
by the time I finish explaining, you'll understand.
Okay, well,
let
me make myself a little clear. I went on a live recapping a reunion that a committee.
No. If you want me to explain to you what happened, can I finish? No, don't set the pace. No, don't set the pace for the conversation. I will come across. No, don't set the pace. It's me that my comment. No, I did make my comment, so it's me that to continue it.
Okay, well.
And then you can see wherever you want to talk.
Ricardo, you're the mediator. You want me to talk or you want Clint to talk? Because I'm not going back and forth with that.
Go ahead, Noah. Let Noah state his case first, and then
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I went on a live to recap a reunion that I was part of the committee. That a committee we started up almost a year ago. I was part of that committee. I went on a live with Mr. Robin and said how we felt and how my opinion, how the reunion went and everything like that. And that's all I knew. I said how I felt about it. I said how I thought everything went down. I thought we had ups and we had lows. We had up and down. And basically, that was it. And then the following weekend, well, not even the following weekend, next week, the following week, I heard you're a hypocrite because of some political thing. I am not sure about political thing. I even heard that I am a Labourite and I'm a this and I'm a that and I mean, where is this coming from? I mean,
so now, Clint, explain to him now where that coming from.
You see, that is the same thing I'm talking about. Now, for you to come and say you are this, explain to the world what is you did this and did that to it.
I just said. No. I was told that I was a Labourite and I'm a hypocrite and this and that. So that's what you are explaining.
Okay. Now it's Drek's turn. No.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. You say you are this, somebody say you are this, and somebody say you are that. No, it's not about this and that. Remember, I said from the inception, Richie. From the inception, I said the reunion was taking a political twist. No, it doesn't really matter from what angle. Remember, I standing up in Wesley. Noah is up in the States. Anything I do in Dominica, Noah will see me, he will hear what I do, blah, blah. And you can make a judgment based on that. Now, anything they do over there, while I'm in Wesley, I can call a judgment on it. It is very simple. No, I'll stand by my word and I will say, in the beginning, remember when we had that live with Randy?
Yes.
And I make those statements and I regularly come and refute it and blah, 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 blah. Right. Those were just agitations, you know. It's political agitations, you know. You say something to get the attention of people.
Yes.
And it's a fact. It's a fact. There was something said to me by members of the committee along a political line. And then the community did not gravitate towards the reunion in the way they should because of the same politics. So that's why when we was on the live the other night, after I say what I said, I came across and I said, you know, it was a good thing we had started to nail it down like that. So the committee would trend away from the politics of it, which they did. Of course they did. They couldn't come west with that momentum there. It was too clear. It was clear to see. And for Noah to sit down that night and talk about, he didn't know. That's the hypocrisy I'm talking about.
I didn't know.
You can't tell me you didn't know.
I didn't know what.
What?
What I didn't know what? I didn't know what.
What do you mean you didn't know?
That the reunion was leaning towards a
political. Of course it was political, you know that, and it's a fact. And that's one of the reasons why, let me tell you, that's one of the reasons why the committee didn't get the backing of the public people was like, okay, Chikole want to work on, how's that going to happen? Somebody like me, I different. It doesn't matter how they come across. I can negotiate. I can understand. I don't have to follow them with whatever they're doing. And that
Okay.
is the point. Come Noah.
So okay, what's your notion on hypocrisy? What do you think hypocrisy is?
Let me tell you, when you start talking to Wrigley, you come across in a sarcastic way and you say, I don't want to go to say nothing you don't say. You say, he was kind of like telling Wrigley, you know, for some people that stay.
No. When I came across to Wrigley,
I wish Richie would play this tape, you know, for you to hear yourself.
Everything I said to Wrigley.
Richie, next time, wait. Next time, Richie, you must try to pull up the recording so you can play it for him to hear himself when he was talking. Because you see, now he can't choose to say anything else.
I don't need to play myself, and you talking over me doesn't help you. Okay?
No, I'm talking over you.
Anything I want to say with Wrigley, I can say it right now. Okay? And I said something, and I think maybe that's what pinched you a little bit. I said something about to the effect that some people decided that it was, as I said, we had ups and downs, and we had people hitting us on both sides. And some people went as far as saying that we were bringing down people to vote because election was supposed to be called on December 6th, which you stated, and up to now we don't see elections. I didn't call your name because I didn't want to bring you in, but then you came in like you know, like, okay, yes, it's you, so I can call your name and I can do this, and you don't care. I didn't want to call your name because I just didn't want you to feel more foolish than you already was to state that to that effect. That, I mean, Skerrit calls election. You think Skerrit gonna call election to build a reunion for Wesley alone? Why you don't build a reunion for Dominica? What sense would that make? I mean, use your head. How does that make sense that we have a reunion in Wesley and it's because of election? I mean, come on. Why not a reunion? If Skerrit had any part to play in our reunion, or politics had any part to play in our reunion, wouldn't it be for the whole island and not just for Wesley?
Come on, Noah, you know better than that, Noah.
You keep talking that nonsense, but I know better than that.
But you know better than that.
You're the one
that's why I say hypocrite. That is where I can talk now.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
That is where I will always say you're hypocrite. Yes, because for you to tell me, wait, no, I can't talk now. You just hush your mouth and let me talk. For you to tell me tonight, no, listen to you, know. For you to tell me tonight that if Skerrit gonna call an election, if he gonna whatever for reunion in Wesley, come on, Noah. This is politics, Noah. And we all know how politics run. Listen, Noah. Listen. Enough people didn't come down to swear election in Wesley. It's fine. A lot of people come down. A lot of people are coming and have interest in Dominica, and I understand that. But the main activity you bring in Wesley, from a political standpoint, it can swear election. Don't come and tell me no, and don't tell me, don't think that, no, I'm not foolish. If it's one thing for sure, I'm not foolish and you not foolish.
Can I ask this question?
Yes, go ahead.
Can one village influence an election in our country?
In the constituency, not the country, in the constituency.
Election is called in the country, not in a constituency.
No, why you can jump up how you want and see what you want. We're talking about Wesley. Don't want to talk about Dominica.
You're talking about election.
Wesley. But you're going to galvanize.
You're talking about election. You're talking about election.
My brother, don't try to come across like you're that smart when you come to that. No, don't try that. You won't work. We're talking about Wesley constituency, not Calibishi and Tebush and them. Wesley. So if they are, let's just assume what I said before when we make a correction. Let's assume it will go down that way. The people that come in Wesley, they don't come in to vote in Roseau.
Say that again.
Let's just assume. My utterances with Richie and them before when Wrigley had to come back and correct and make correction. Okay, which we agreed to. Let's just assume those utterances had gone the way that I thought they would have gone.
Utterance or ignorance? Which one is it?
What's that?
Utterance or ignorance?
That's where you know you're sarcastic and you act funny. I know acting.
Because
No. I don't wanna act.
you know
No,
the
let
whole
me tell
thing,
you something. You know, I know you're very
the
good.
whole thing with
Hey.
the whole thing
No,
with
don't
you.
try to talk over me now. You was talking a while ago.
Hey,
We have a mediator, you
one
know,
at
so
a
I
time,
mean,
one at a time, one at a time.
No, but you want to cut across me. Don't cut across me.
but he wasn't saying
But
anything.
now it's not your turn. Let me finish what I'm saying,
Okay,
brother.
finish what you're saying. I'm listening.
You see when you talk, I listen.
Listening.
Right. I was just trying to tell you. Don't try to get funny on the live tonight. We don't want to go down that road there. Let's be sensible on the live and don't talking no bullshit in my head. Because you know you alone can lost track. So go ahead, I listening.
So that's all you cut me off to say?
Yes, I have to correct you.
Gosh. I don't know how
No,
you
you
feel
obstructing
correct
my
me.
conversation. No, Richie.
But my problem with
Richie,
you.
wait.
It's okay. Can you hush now?
Let him talk now. Let him talk now.
You still want to
Let him
talk?
talk now. Drex,
Wait.
let him
You
talk
still want
now.
to talk?
Wait.
Wow.
Richie, you is the mediator on the show. When you hear Mr. Sessions talking, hold it down. When Mr. Roll talking, hold it down. And we have a good conversation. Let's go.
All right. Go ahead,
So you
Noah.
stopped me to say that too?
Yes.
Wow.
What do you mean now? I want to go make comment, you know. You say I'm talking over you.
So my problem with this whole situation of you, especially you, Clint, is that when we set up this committee, we set up a committee, I think it's last December, so we started setting up a committee. My whole purpose was on the committee was for Wesley. Okay? I came on the committee because I thought it was something positive for my village, which is Wesley. Okay? My number one agenda on that was, if it's politics, I wouldn't be part of it because I'm not political. Okay? That is me. There are other people who came on the committee, and that was the saying right down the bat. If it's political, they're not going to be part of it. We set up a committee, I think 20 of us or so, set up a committee for the reunion. We said we wasn't going to have any politicians on the committee. However, politicians are part of the community, so we cannot leave them out. After the committee was set up, I personally went out and I called up certain politicians and let them know I went to Mr. Basil's office, sat with him, had a discussion with him, let them know what we were doing, what was our intentions, and invited them in meetings that we were having, including you, Clint, Drex.
You didn't invite me, I will come with that. I come in just now.
Mr. Roll, including
I will contest you right there just now.
Including you, Mr. Roll, was invited to one of
By
the
who?
meetings, and you came on the meeting. You stayed quiet for the entire meeting. At the end of the meeting, me personally asked, is there anything you wanted to add or questions you wanted to ask or anything? That was the time when you had to come and open your mouth and say, okay, this is that. Not the following day or 2 days after when you went on Wesley News Live, Wesley News Online, and start trying to blast the reunion. You had your chance to come in and ask a question. You could ask me directly. You could ask anybody in the committee because you had a chance. We gave you the opportunity to be part of the committee. Then you go at the back and it's like every week it's a different agenda for you. First it was politics, then it was not just agenda for you, but it was like an agenda for your little team, I should say. I mean, as I keep saying, if you don't want to do something positive for your community, why do you try to tear down something that some people is trying to build?
You can stop now?
Yeah, I can stop for a little while.
Right, so stop. Let me continue there. Now you just say, I was invited. I want to ask you a more critical question. Why when my name come up in the committee, it was said that I too politically exposed to be on the team?
Okay, you want me to answer that? You want me to answer that?
No. Wait.
Then you ask a question.
Wait, my brother, you talk I just give me a chance, let me talk. You talk, I give you enough chance to talk. I asking you, why when Clint roll name, because you never invite me, nothing.
So
why when Clint, my brother, you never invite me in anything.
You ask me a question, or you don't want me to answer?
You will have enough time to talk. I just make you talk. Don't try to get stuff.
Hold on real quick. we have another guest come on.
Yeah, Keskim, my cousin. Anyway,
It's one family that I know. 4 cousins.
I
that
know.
Family on here.
I know. So we don't have to get we don't have to go off tangents too much. Let us stay in line. Now I'm asking you now, why when my name came up as to be part of the committee, it was said that, and that is from inside information, not to say I make it on my own. It was said that I was too politically exposed and blah, blah, blah. Only to find out you had other people who are politically exposed on the committee. But I still override that because I'm more of Wesley than that.
Now you want somebody to answer that?
You can answer now.
Okay, as I just stated before, when I just spoke, when we started the community, we said we didn't want people that are in politics to be on the committee. Aren't you in politics? Didn't you go up for the last election in Wesley? And don't you consider yourself a politician? Yes or no?
To answer that?
I'm asking you, don't you consider yourself a politician?
You see right now what you're doing there? You're trying to be smart.
No, you ask me a question.
No.
I'm asking you a simple question.
Let me tell you something, Noah. Why are you trying to be a
politician?
No. Listen to me.
No, you don't.
I can't manage you tonight.
Well, to answer your question, I consider you a politician. Okay?
That is not the point, Noah.
And if we said we didn't want any politicians on the committee, then you wouldn't be on the committee.
But no, you're talking about stuff that initially you come up with. I'm talking about.
You ask a question and I answer your question.
But why you don't want to let me talk now? Why you want you alone talk all night? Look, Keskim had to say something too.
Keskim, go ahead and say something before we continue.
Did you ask Keskim a question? Did you ask Keskim a question?
But let me tell you something. I find into myself, Noah.
Did you ask Keskim a question?
Wait. I find to myself, one, you have an issue with Western News Online. Noah, Western News Online is a simple thing. And all it is just a form of communication where everybody we talk about local pala and everybody understand. Listen.
We'll get to that, we can get to that. Well, let's finish what we was finishing before we get to that.
Listen to me. I don't want to go into nothing with Western News Online.
Why
if you
not?
have an issue, no.
You were on Western News Online blasting me.
My brother, well, look me in front of you there.
So what are you talking about?
So I want to keep it there. I don't want to do Western News Online.
Okay. Well, let me play my part now. Let me play my part.
Go.
Okay. You and your Wesley News Online thing. I was told that I wasn't invited. I would never be invited on Wesley News Online. Okay?
Richie, that is how we come tonight.
I have to do it here. I can't do it on Wesley News Online.
No.
Give me a sec, Noah. Give me a sec. Hey, so first of all, like, one of the things I keep on saying that in our village and sometimes in Dominica, it's not the government that's the problem, because the government is a reflection of the people. It's not the opposition, because all of that is a reflection of the people. It's us. And I'll go back and explain a little why I say that. So actually, Noah, even long before you came on board, you came on maybe December 2023. We initially started the conversation about this group way back in August of 2023. Cool. At first, it was like just me, Revlin, Angela, a few other persons. We talked about it. Cool. I told them I didn't have the bandwidth. I said I was too busy. I have too much going on, right now in terms of work. I can't do something like that. I said I'll support it any way I can, but I can't do anything like that. We had some people drop out. We were struggling to get people. Okay, so then we finally pulled in some persons. We identified people like Noah. We identified people like Wrigley because of Passon and Wesley Passon present. We identified Crispin because he had the positive Dominica thing, and just a bunch of other persons we know who have supported the village in the past. All right. One thing I made clear from that very first meeting that we had, I think our very first meeting was probably in August of 2023, is that if it was a political thing in either way, whether it's UWP, Labour, whatever, I was not going to be a part of it. Cool. We started the committee. The next thing we had to do was come up with an executive. All of that was done in plain as well. It was a vote with the persons that were there. I was voted, I was nominated as president. I told them, no, I don't have the time to do that. I cannot do that, you know? And then the next person was Revlin. So Revlin decided to take on the presidency. And then they voted me then again as vice president. I rejected. Revlin called me on the side and said, Keskim, hey, can you please help me? Like, you know, even though I'm president, I know I'm gonna need some help in the background. You know, I will run with it, but I need some help. You know, I tell Revlin, I really don't have time. I am busy. I work 12, 15 hours a day. Cool. I talked to Glow. So Glow was like, well, Keskim, something for the village. You know, I know you contribute, you do other stuff. You know, I help every time they have the tape ball. I contribute to the cabana cleanup. Anything anybody reach out to me for, the women's thing Angela had, all of those things in the background I contribute to. Cool. So I finally say, okay, you know what? I'll sign up. That is how we ended up as me as vice president, Revlin as president. That was a vote. Every single thing we have done have been open and in a vote with the entire committee. Cool. Now, why I say we are our own worst enemies is because at some point then I started hearing that this was formed because the election was going to be in December. So at first I was just laughing at it and say, what nonsense is that? Like, and to Noah's point, that doesn't make sense because Wesley is one seat. So even though you have a Wesley reunion and you bring down 300,000 people to vote in Wesley, and Labour Party or UWP or whoever win Wesley, that's one seat. And in the rate at which the seats are divided up now, the 21 constituencies, winning one seat doesn't really affect the entire election. So that doesn't make sense. It moved on from that to, hey, it's the Methodist Church who wants to bring down people and raise money to fix the old school. Then it turned into it's a Robbins thing and this and that. Like, and this was coming from our own people. So when we sit back down and say, hey, all the people didn't come across because it was a political thing, we were the ones that put it out there. We put unsubstantiated information out there and call it facts. And some people have to take responsibility for their mouth, because we just say things without knowing the background, without knowing any information. People have spent thousands of dollars on this reunion. Thousands US dollars. Me. Never one day asked for nothing back. Never one day even tell anybody. I personally couldn't even make it down because I had commitments, which was I worked on something for a year and a half. I couldn't make it, which was hard as hell for me. But we are our own worst enemies in the village, because this was epic. It was one of the biggest reunions I've seen in Dominica. Like, from what I saw, I totally enjoyed it. My family alone, we had 60-something people who came down for the reunion. There was a point we had no places to rent left in the village. I could do. Everybody had rooms rented out and everything. It was a big thing. So it was really hurtful, a little bit troubling to hear people just talking nonsense. And the fact is, because you say it on social media, doesn't make it the truth. Because you talk to one or two people and you think they are part of the community, that's the whole. We asked the government for support. We didn't get support. We asked the power rep for support. The power rep got vexed with us because we decided we wasn't putting his name on the posters, because we truly wanted this to be non-political. We invited the politicians to come in for support. So we invited Afinia, we invited you, Clint, we invited Basil, we invited the politicians in the village to come in and support, but we said it was not going to be something led by politicians. It was going to be something led by the people, for the people. But the people who don't have, don't have the full information, just out here just saying things. Granted. Give me one second, no.
People just say Clint. It's Clint that started it. Clint that was.
It wasn't just Clint, so I wouldn't just say Clint. Granted, in terms of optics, there are certain things where we probably mismanaged. There are certain persons that because they're more aggressive in helping, or they're more out there, persons assumed they were part of the committee, and they were not. All they were doing is helping, and then we literally had to ask them to back off because, hey, people were assuming that this is a political thing because you were here, on the mic, or you were here helping to clean up the Methodist Church grounds. On both sides, UWP and Labour, we get blows for this reunion. And it's sad as hell. It's sad as hell because this was done with the purest intentions. Revlin not going up for politics. I not going up for politics. As the president, the vice president, the PROs, you have Crispin, you have Noah, you have Wilworth, you have Isaac and them, you have Bernie and them, you have the Bear on them. All of that is a mixture of UWP, Labour, Independent, all of that. It's all of us literally spending our own damn money to do this. And to hear the BS, that was sad as hell. That was sad. Nonetheless, that's all people do. When we have something good, when people trying to do something, we just frustrate them and we frustrate the process. Because right now, guess what? They're looking for people to help with the ban for Carnival Tuesday, for Carnival Monday and Tuesday. And like my grandmother would say, me not able. me not able. Because some people just damn ungrateful.
But all right.
That's what I'll say.
Clint, your mic is muted. You muted your mic on yourself.
Clint don't understand what you had to say.
Go ahead, Clint.
No, Keskin making much more sense than you. You just been sarcastic for the whole evening. You just been sarcastic. You've been sarcastic for the whole evening. That's your problem.
Clint,
You see how
I came on this live to respond to you and your comment you made about me.
But what else you want? But what else you want to say? What else you want to say? No, you want to talk about Randy and his podcast. I don't want to entertain you with Randy and those stories about Randy. I tell you that I wouldn't do it.
That was the main point of this. I respond to what you.
No, well, listen. Look how Keskim just had this conversation.
Keskim wasn't even supposed to be part of this.
But he is part of it.
No, Keskim passing. You made a response and called me directly. So I talking to you directly. I'm not talking to Keskim.
I gone.
Okay, so stay there, Keskim. Stay there.
Let Keskim go away. Listen to me now.
And listen to you now.
Listen. Okay.
Should I be listening to Clint?
You don't want to listen.
Okay, I'm listening to Clint.
What do you mean, should I be listening? I tell you, you hypocrite Noah. And I will stop saying that. Because you see, now you want to shift the conversation to Randy and his show.
I want to shift a conversation?
Oh, you mean that's why you do it?
In what way?
You want to... No, listen to me, my friend. Let me explain something to you. Randy podcast, I will say it again. And
that's
listen.
Your opinion.
If you just shut up and listen, it will make a lot of sense. Oh, Lord, man. Why you come to make noise with me, man? I don't make noise with you, If you just shut up for a while.
Talk and then shut up. Let me talk then. Talk.
Richie, that don't go nowhere, Richie.
Go ahead, talk.
Say what you have to say.
No, that don't go nowhere because watch out. That's it. Noah just be Noah. I know Noah. Yes, I know. He's just like that. He doesn't change. He's just like that. Sarcastic all the time, and he will try to position himself above you all the time. No, you don't walk him tonight, Noah.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't walk him tonight.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm talking about. You're not making no sense. Say something now.
My brother, I go on Randy podcast and I said something.
Right.
Why you want to run the podcast in something between me and you? Leave the man podcast out of that. We're talking about what happened in the reunion. That's what we're talking about, not about Randy. If you have a problem with Randy personally, that is you and Randy problem. I don't want to end that. That's why I'm trying to tell you all night long. Leave that alone and let's talk about me and you and the reunion.
But who?
First, you're gonna listen to me.
Oh Lord.
Let me just talk now and shut up. Let me talk and you'll talk all night if you want.
Also, you can tell me shut up, but I can't tell you shut up.
But you don't see Keskin come and talk and everybody listen.
That's what you
But
say.
for some reason, you just hear you want it. Go ahead, Richie. Let me know what talk.
Go ahead now, no.
Huh?
Go ahead now.
Talk.
Who brought up about Randy podcast? Who was the one that brought it up, Richie?
Going back again on that.
Richie?
I don't want to go.
Who brought up Randy podcast?
Clint brought it up.
Okay, did I bring up anything about Randy podcast?
I say.
Did I bring up anything about Wesley News Online?
Well, you just have
No,
to try
but
to
my name was. Well, let me talk now and shut up. Why don't you just shut up now and let me talk?
But you have to hush your mouth and let one person talk.
No, but Grex, let the man talk now, no man. Let the man talk.
No, but Richie, you is the mediator, right?
Yes,
and that young man doesn't want to give me a chance to elaborate on what he's saying. Every time I come across that point, he coming in the middle. So what sense that making?
Okay. Richie, give Clint 5 minutes to talk and then give me 5 minutes to talk. I'm listening.
You in charge of Richie place, man. You don't tell Richie how much minutes to give me.
Okay, go ahead, Drex. Let me go. Let me go, Drex.
All I'm saying is, whatever issue the young man have with Randy and his podcast, I don't wish to be lamenting over it. Tonight, we're talking about the reunion. Don't go down the alley there with me. You can have the rest of the night to talk. I go listen.
So Clint, I think Clint. Clint. What about the reunion that troubled you the most? Because you said that it was political in the onset, in the initiation. Then Wrigley came and explained to you that it was not political. So where's the disconnect?
I will tell you. When I was asked to join the reunion, the comment made to me was, there are members on the committee that didn't think I don't want to say what I would never say, but I can say directly. The comment was made to me that there are members on the committee that didn't think I should be on there because, I politically open. I just have my conversation. I don't want no bones about that. I'll say just what I have to say. So it had people on the committee that didn't think I would make it. But at the same time I was invited. I'm understanding that other politicians on the committee. Now to me, as to whether it's the day before they come or the day after they come, that's my business. I only talking based on how I see it. You understand me? So right away I questioned myself. That is why the night when I was there, when they come on, I listened to the conversation. And I did make contributions towards the end of the show. So for him to come and say, I decided and say nothing, you're lying, you're telling a big lie, you're talking the truth. I did make, and I'll tell you, I'll give examples of the contribution I make. We talk about some truck to carry some stuff, and I did say we can communicate with Sheldon, DJ Cook, to get some things done in terms of to advertise it in the village. We did say that. And to some extent, I was even thinking to foot that bill myself. You understand?
Yeah.
No, that was a couple of days after I was invited. So for no one to come in now and trying to push down something in people's truth like it was always well undone, that is sheer hypocrisy. And for you to go and listen, you know what I'm talking, for you to go on the show with Wrigley and talking, but you were saying, boy, I don't see why you don't say no. But that really took me when you come across the line when you talk about what they say. Let me tell you something, Noah. I never shy away from a contest here, and that is me. When I say something, if I'm wrong, I will agree I'm wrong. I'm telling you that. But not what people say doesn't shy me away. I'm not like that. You understand? and I will always stand up a certain way. So when you hear you have to say something what Drex say Drex that say that. Don't they hide in no kind of bush for you to talk. Just come and I know you can talk straight up. Talk straight up. Do nothing like that, you know. And you damn well know. You know that reunion was taking a political twist. You can fix it how you want. You can drop it how you want. You can call me fool how you want. You can call me stupid how you feel like. You know it was taking a political twist to the extent that it was affecting the people in Wesley. All they wanted to join the reunion. I'm talking specifically the business community. Everywhere you go, they tell me I don't get involved in that. I was on the ground, you know. I was on the ground. You can go in a couple of them shopping Wesley and ask them if I ever come by them and ask them what they think about the reunion. And I never go by none of them and go and tell them about labor and freedom and those things there. No. I wanted to get that twist for the people on the ground to understand what we're dealing with. So for you to come in tonight and trying to create that other impression, it doesn't make no sense, you know, honestly. It's fine, he was in America, they had a meeting, and all this only one politician, blah, blah, blah. I understand all of that. But that is not the direction I taking it to mean the people didn't accept it because that's what they thought. And you know it's damn true. So for you to come in and trying to set precedents and tell me to shut up, and Randy and his little trying to bring in Randy, don't do that. Let's talk about the reality of what happened in the reunion. And then that's it. If you hit me a stone and the stone waiting for it to hit me, I will take my little stone over, but you cannot put no stone. I'm talking to you from a Western perspective. You're talking to me from an American perspective. By the end of the day, it's a reunion for Wesley. It includes all of us. So you can talk now, I go listen. Go ahead.
Right, no. Go ahead, no.
Oh, I can talk?
Yes,
okay.
talk.
Well, honestly, Clint, I listened to you for almost 5 minutes and nothing you say makes sense. The same thing I have said over and over is the same thing you're trying to push in, but it doesn't even make sense to me. I said to you from the beginning of this conversation that when we started this thing, we didn't want any politicians to be committee on the committee.
Or something wrong with you.
Okay, so when are you going to shut up for a minute?
Go ahead. It's something what's wrong with you.
Oh, Lord.
So
if you decide, if we try to pull you into the committee, not in the committee, we try to pull you on the board to say, okay, hey, you part of the community of Wesley, come on board, this is what we're trying to do. And there was never a politician on the committee. So for you to the same brag, not how to put it, the same crap you keep pushing down people's throat, that doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing you're bringing up here. Oh, I thought that there was somebody, that a politician was on the committee. There was no politician on the committee. There was never any politician on the committee. Who is the politician that was on the committee? We have presidents, we have secretaries, we had never had a politician on the committee. All the politicians that came on board was after the fact when we tried to bring you in.
Okay.
All the anybody that came in, Afinia came in, Afinia is a politician. Afinia came in as part of the Wesley League. We tried to bring you in as that part too. Basil was in. Basil used to directly communicate with me. Nobody was on the committee. So where you get that nonsense about politician was on the committee? But again, Clint, you always pick up nonsense somewhere and you just throw it. You don't listen, you don't ask any questions, and that's why you into the situations that you're in. You went on, and hush. You talk. You talk about, I tried to get
on your podcast.
Here goes again. You know,
I do not wish to have that conversation.
I had a conversation on Wrigley's, on Will Wolf's live. You came and you talk about my conversation I had on Will Wolf's live. But I cannot talk about your conversation you had on Wesley News Online. You find that makes sense?
But why you want to go there for?
Because why did you go where you go?
But hold on a while. The conversation, the whole initiation of this King came up when he heard your response on Randy's live. So I guess he have to use that for context. He has to use it for context.
Simple. It's a simple thing. You went somewhere context. And you had me. You had my name. And you
Can
were
you
saying this and you were
listen?
saying that.
Richie,
Huh? Yes.
listen to me, Richie.
Mhm.
You went as
I'm
far.
saying, but Oshama, let me talk now.
No, because I don't finish talk. Why you always the only person you need to know Hajamat is maybe your kid, Clint. You keep telling people Hajamat. 3 minutes here, sitting here, and stop telling people
Richie.
Hajamat and shut up.
Yes.
Okay? You had your
Richie.
chance to talk. Why don't you listen now?
No. I don't want to have a conversation with you, I tell you. I am not going to sit down there and have Noah going over whatever we had on West Indies Online, and he end up in the... No, listen me.
The main thing for this was to go
Richie,
over what you had.
if Noah go, listen to me. If the young man go...
Control your thing, please.
But you don't mashing it up.
But you talk and you don't want to give me a chance to talk.
I'm saying...
It's not you alone that have to talk.
I'm telling you.
Comments. I'm reacting towards your comments.
You know, I can't talk a guest game all day long.
You know, because you were listening to Keskim. You weren't talking to Keskim. Keskim came and Keskim made a statement.
Listen to what Keskim articulate a while ago.
He made a statement.
Man collective, but use a different breed. You just want to be all over the place. And we don't go nowhere. Noise we making, you know. You know
I
that.
should be a different breed. I should be a different breed.
Noise we making.
Oh, well,
We making useless noise. I don't want you to make a noise with you on no podcast. I am saying, what I'm telling you is, whatever that happened with me on Randy Live, whenever I see what I see and end up in police station, I'm not having a conversation with you.
But who's having that conversation, Clint?
Well, though you should have no reference.
What reference?
Keskim, go ahead.
So
We should control that thing, Richie.
yeah,
Keskim, go ahead.
Richie, I told you,
Go ahead,
when you bring confrontational people on, you have to make sure you have a structure, man. Put in place a structure,
Very true.
something. Make sure you have your questions pre-hand for you to be able to ask them and stuff
I have
like
my
that.
questions, but it just fall apart.
What I'll say is that Drex and Noah, y'all just going back and forth. The fact is, like, I explained Drex exactly how we started and the fact it wasn't political. Yes, based on what you may have seen, you could have assumed it was, and some of that was the optics of what was going on because
Look at him listen.
Because even Noah pointed out certain things and was like, hey, and I will just be upfront with it. I'll call names. Like when Afinia helped with the she got on the mic and we did I think like a village thing going back and forth on the truck with the mic kind of announcing it.
Yeah.
We were like, that's not the best person because we said we wanted it to be non-political, and here it is, the first launching and whatever, we end up with a political person leading, and so there are mistakes we made along the way and certain things, but then coming back to it, the problem is you can assume, but when people give you the information, or when people on the inside give you the information, then you have to recalibrate. And I don't think that was done. Like, there were a bunch of assumptions, and then we decided as a team, okay, you know what? Wilwolf is a PRO. Let's put Wilwolf out there to add some clarity to the confusion or whatever people may misinterpret or whatever. And even after someone who is the actual PRO for the organization, someone who was there for all the decision making, even Richie was there. Richie was there when we decided on the dates for the reunion, and he knows for sure it wasn't based on anything political because it was a vote with the team.
No,
and then we
put it on Facebook.
Yeah, it was a vote with the team, and then we couldn't come to an agreement. We went back and forth arguing on this for how long? We wanted it to do it the same time with Waterfest. Then some people wanted to do it another time. Then finally we said, let the Wesley people decide. And so we put it on Wesley people, Wesley past and present, and we did the vote. And the days that voted, that's the days we went with, But even on that day when y'all brought that up, and Richie was on the live with y'all on the podcast, and Richie tried to clarify and say, hey, I was there, this was done. Y'all ignored that. You ignored the facts and went with some type of alternate reality or alternate facts. Really and truly, we did our best to try to make this non-political. Along the way, yes, there were political figures who helped us, and people branded them and branded us, but at no point it was political. Up to when we started our first set of events, we didn't even know how we were paying for all our stuff, because literally it's all of us, you know. Wrigley's political views are clear. Mine are clear. You know, I support the Dominican Labour Party, and I can say that. I don't necessarily support everything they do, but I do support the Dominican Labour Party. You know,
my whole
and
thing coming on this day wasn't about the reunion at first.
But you know, that had nothing to do with it.
No.
You know?
My whole thing of coming on this line here was when I was called certain names by my friend. So that is what I came to pinpoint. What was the reason behind that? Right now,
but both of y'all not going to end up. Both of y'all just going back and forth and calling each other names. You're not going to come to a resolution.
I'm not going to call anybody name and stuff like that. I trying to figure out what was the reasoning behind of my friend calling me this. They called me a Labourite and called me a this and called me that and all kind of stuff like that. I wanted him to basically tell me, okay, why would you?
From what I understand from what I understand from Drek's perspective, is that he seems to feel that you knew it was a political thing and so on. And that's why he's calling you hypocrite, because like me, he branded you a Labourite. I know you told me you're not necessarily a Labourite, but Drek say you're a Labourite. So
yeah, but I wanted to know on what basis did he brand me as a Labourite?
It doesn't matter. That's how we do.
Keskim, you see, that is why I rather talk to Keskim a million times, because Keskim is somebody I will say and listen. You keep talking about if you're a Labourite. Of course, you're a Labourite, Noah. You grew up in a Labourite home. You promoting Labour. You come by the Gulf, you tell people they didn't even want you to go for Labour. They talking to go for election. You forget all them things there.
When was that? When was that, Clint?
You suffering from amnesia then?
No, I just asking you, when was that?
How you mean, when was that?
When
your
was
mouth
that?
Can say that. But your mouth you can say that.
When was that?
Brother, your own mouth you can say that.
About 3 elections ago?
It doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. It was a conversation.
Okay, and what? So what?
And it was not listen, it was not a conversation between you and me. Between you and me alone. But you see, I don't want to go there because that doesn't make any sense. What I'm saying is, we started the conversation, and the reason why we started the conversation on that level was because of the buzz on the ground. And you can clearly understand why the buzz was like that. Because, like I said, the community wasn't having it in the inception. They was not hearing to it because they had this political stuff about it. You understand? So we had that conversation there. And like anything else, you come out to that conversation, you know, Western Union Line is something, you push a point, blah, it go there, it go wherever it go, whatever the case is. It's not like somebody have a grievance against anybody as to something said. But you trying to make it like somebody have a grievance against you. No, I don't have no grievance. Look how Keskim talking, and Keskim talking clear and plain. But you want to make noise.
Did you call out Keskim and say Keskim was a hypocrite?
He called me a Labourite, but that's true, man.
But Keskim was not no podcast talking. If Keskim had come, listen, if Keskim had come and say what you say there, I would say the same thing. So, yeah, go ahead.
As I was saying before, right? You came on your podcast.
Yeah.
Right? And you called me out. You said that you wanted to have a conversation with me. I came to have a conversation with you. Okay? My conversation wasn't about the reunion for a start. I wanted to know what was your reason for calling me first a hypocrite and secondly a Labourite. I haven't had. I think that is clear. Can I finish?
Oh, we're about to talk about that again. That's so clear. We don't go through that already.
Man, this guy, man.
So talk you like you talk so.
I haven't voted in elections in Dominica for the last 3 elections. However, you still basically say, hey, this boy is a Labourite. Is it by my affiliation? Why do you consider me a Labourite? I don't talk politics with you for a start.
You lie, Noah.
I talk politics with you?
Yes.
About what?
What you mean about what?
I mean about what? When me and you have ever sat and have a political,
No, you just come, brother man, you coming in Wesley. You coming in Wesley. Come my BNG shop, you defending your Labour Party. You come my
Defending
PLO
and say
shop,
what?
you defending. Why are you trying to talk? Why are you trying to be now?
My
Who
best
you trying
friends,
to
my best
Who you trying
friends,
to fool?
my best friends are from the UWP party, Clint. My
Boy,
best
I don't
friends.
understand you. I really don't understand what you're going on with.
So I don't know what you're talking about. If you consider me a liberal by my affiliations to like Keskim and them, well, that's a different thing.
No. Keep Keskim out of that.
Well, I just saying if that's why you consider me a liberal, because I have never had a conversation with you about politics. I have never gone in any rum shop and have a politician a thing with.
Man, you lying, I'm telling you. You're lying, bro. Play because you're lying, right?
Then you can go around and say that I lie. That doesn't help you.
Know. So
I
how I know?
I can say you lying. I'm not gonna say you lying about anything. You're not making no sense.
So how I know? Noah, how I know?
How I know what?
How I know you were supposed to be a choice for the candidacy for Wesley constituency on the Labour Party ticket. Dream that then.
That is how you know. How you know. I was approached about maybe 3-4 things
well,
ago.
If he's drunk, you're just drunk. When you come down again, you need to stop drinking alcohol. He may be drunk to drunk when you talk.
I drink. But listen, please, let me just give you a word of advice. Let me just give you a word of advice, okay?
I don't need no advice from you.
A politician has to be somebody that the people want to lead them. Okay?
Why you keep saying that? And my brother, I go up as an independent candidate. And so far,
I'm talking to you.
No, don't ask about a politician. Do not tell me about politician. I go up as an independent candidate.
As I'm saying,
and I'm no longer in politics, my friend.
People would want
so don't try that
somewhere. Okay? And it's something somebody have to come and say, hey, you know, I come to you, Richie, I come to you, Keskim or Clint, and say, hey, I see you a good leader in the community, and I think you'd make a good political leader in the community, and I want you to represent us in the community. That's how politicians come around. Not just stand up tomorrow morning and say, hey, I'm a politician. It doesn't work like that. Okay?
Oh, it does work.
I just told you how it does work.
But I don't need your endorsement to run for nothing. Noah, I don't need your endorsement. Let me tell you something. I don't need your endorsement to go politically. That's why I was an independent candidate. So I'd always bypass people like you.
I didn't hear that.
I said, I do not need your endorsement to be a politician. That's why I'm an independent candidate.
That's why you are. Say that again. That's why you're an independent candidate.
Yes. He doesn't need your endorsement to go up as a candidate.
I don't need your endorsement.
No, why would I listen? I live in the US. I don't endorse anybody. I don't do that. I will say, like, I mean, if you want me to give you my political view on you going up, I'll give you. You want it in public?
You get to me already. You get to me. You get to me by doc already.
I have never had a conversation with you about that, Clint.
Anyway, fellas.
But what I'm saying, if you want to go there, we can go there. I know.
Well, let me tell you, I can stand you lying. So you know, you're lying straight up.
We have Ja going up for the next.
You know, but you don't support Ja. But right, you don't support Ja. You don't support Ja.
Huh? Is that true? We have Ja going up for the next UWP candidate. I don't know who's going up for the Labour candidate. All right?
Yes.
Right,
well, I mean,
ja. Would you support Ja?
Me?
No.
Me?
Yes, Noah. No.
Yes, I think Ja right now. I think Ja right now is the only candidate in Wesley right now that I would.
He don't ask you that. He asked if you support Ja.
Yeah, he said yes.
No, you don't.
I think Clint have a problem with English. And you know something? While we on that, I'll send a message to Ja that you know everything when you go into politics is who you surround yourself with. I hear Mr. Clint, Mr. Roll saying he want to go and support Ja. Maybe Ja should keep you so far away from him. Distance yourself away from you.
You're the most stupid person
just like how UWP distance yourself away from you. I think Ja should do that.
Anyway, Clint, what I would say is like just careful branding people and saying,
That's
you know,
all he do.
give me a second.
No.
And saying,
Casper. It wasn't about branding anybody.
no. Let me give you an
No,
example.
wait. Noah is the one trying to make you look like somebody branding somebody. I will say again for the record, I will say, the conversations they stemming from the fact of how the society, and you yourself just said it, you said, we can be our own worst enemy, and that's a broad statement.
Mhm.
Some people think I can understand English, but I do. That's a broad statement. You understand? No. Like I said, the conversation stem from the fact that of how the people really gravitated towards the reunion. And it's a fact. And some of us don't want to agree, and we'll try to cast all kind of aspersions as to who is this and who is that and who is not. If I say something, let me tell you, wait, if I say something, if I come out and I say something cat blash and somebody get upset about it, I can understand, you know. I can understand. I take my stone. You see, when Wrigley had correct the vibes, I take my stone. But I only came out because of the way Noah was bringing the information, and he was being very sarcastic. Yes, he was. And I said he is a hypocrite individual. And the reason why I said that is because Noah come under the golf there. No, look, he said no, he never say. And I can tell it to your face, you're lying. You're lying point blank. You come under the golf and you make all your comment, and then that's why I tell you, if when you want to talk, you have to drink for you to talk. Well, don't drink and just don't talk.
Hey, Clint, what I would say is,
Right.
even though, and that is between you and Noah, I wasn't there, so
I don't want no personal.
No. Give me a sec. What I'm saying is, I wasn't there. I don't know, and Noah could have said it. He could have not. Like we see a lot of things, you know.
Right.
Because at the end, but what I was going to add to is like when I was talking about the branding, I wasn't talking about even you and Noah. I was just saying, in general, because I always supported Labour Party. That doesn't mean next election I'm gonna still support Labour Party.
No,
you know, that's the thing. So, but when you openly call out and say, "I know this person is that," and you go after certain persons and you go after certain things, like you force their hand.
I can
So in a village, I would say in a village like Wesley, we have to be really careful when we in branding people, because Wesley is about half when it comes to Labour and UWP. You look at Woodford Hill is Labour leaning, you know. But for any candidate to win convincingly in the West constituency then of Wesley, Woodford Hill, Palm Tree, you're going to have people who are on either side to end up coming to vote you. And so, you know, branding people and saying that it doesn't necessarily help. Take whoever you can get. I remember canvassing for Benjo, canvassing for Glow. There are a lot of people that tell me, hey, I'm not supporting Labour, but I'm going to give Glow a vote. Or I'm not supporting Skerrit, but I will give Glow a vote. You know, because we're in a village like that. So openly saying, oh, I know this person is this, or I know this person is that, that doesn't necessarily help. And in case Jai is listening, I hope he understands that. I hope he understands that going after people alone is not going to give you the Wesley constituency.
No,
you're going to have to be. You're going to have to be. I just talking. Jai is my neighbor. That's why I go.
Campaign very good. It's no one feel. No one
go down and sit down and eat 5 mix and codfish.
No, Jean going good, man. He going good.
Hold on a while. Finish Keskim and then.
Yeah, why I saying like but going back to the original point, because I feel like we're straying a little. I think that's when you look at it. Yes, Glow is my mother, and Glow was a politician. Revlin is the president, and Revlin's sister Afinia went up. So persons can see that it looked like a Labour thing. But then when you look at people like Will Wolf and some of the others that we have, they're not supporting the Dominican Labour Party, and we clearly had them at the front. They're the PROs, the leaders, So I feel like even if you assume something, when you're confronted with the truth, then you need to reassess and say, oh shoot, maybe because I don't think it helped us with some of those constant negatives, man, from all people. Oh, it's this family thing, or is this labor thing. Like, I can tell you, we did not get support from the PAL rep. Although we asked. I personally had letters drafted and sent to him, and he didn't even respond. And that's my family. I consider Mr. Man my family. So, and then to still be getting blows and say, hey, this is one side or the other, like, it's wrong, because we truly wanted to do this just for the village.
I think some of us just need to think sometime before we open our mouth and talk.
Yeah, that.
Because why every time you keep talking, you hush, and when I open my mouth, you have to say something.
Let's come out on our horse.
Stop.
I think sometimes that we need to figure out. We need to stop sometimes and think about what we're going to say when we're going to say it. I think a lot of times how we talk to our friends and our people, it affects a lot of people in the community. I mean, we had the reunion, and yes, maybe some people on the reunion committee might try to use the whole reunion as a political, maybe a stand to gain points on certain things. Yes, maybe that was at the back of some people's head, but we on our whole, we didn't have that. We decided we didn't want that. We decided that, hey, if that was going to happen, we would put a stop to it. And when we have people on the floor, like again, Mr. Roll, going out and say those things, it hurts the whole reunion. And he doesn't realize how much he hurt the reunion by just saying those little things, back and forth. Because he comes on the public media and he says these things, and it goes. It is media. It's there for everybody to hear. It goes. It hurts everybody. And little things like that, I just saying, sometimes just watch what you say before you say it. You again, not even going on Wesley News Online thing again. But that is the main thing that every Friday or Saturday, that's something maybe we could have used to generate our reunion, to hype our reunion more. But every time it was just a slamming. Negative slamming. Yes, we had Afinia there. Yes, we had Revlin there. Yes, we had Keskim there, who consider themselves maybe laborites and stuff like that. I don't consider myself a laborite because I don't vote in Wesley. I have friends that are laborite. I have friends that are UWP. Ja is my friend. Ja has been my friend for since me and Ja play football together. Ja has always been my friend. I don't know who's the next laborite political leader that going up in Wesley. Me personally, I don't even care. And me personally don't care who goes up. But sometimes we just have to sit back and say, okay, do we have somebody to lead our community? Are we capable of leading our community? Are we the one to say, okay, hey, if everything that comes up before we even know what it is or what is it, we jump up on the forefront and we just spread propaganda and spread lies and spread crap. I mean, how are we supposed to look up to you guys as somebody to lead us? I mean, I'm not in Wesley. I'm not running for any party. I'm not going up for village council, nothing. I'm not doing anything only thing I need to do is come to Wesley, have a good time, and give back to my community. So if people are in the community and they want to be public figures, yet still people that are trying to help the community, you keep pressing them down and pushing them down, it's not going to work. It's not going to help. Over and over, we've been getting blasted on that.
All right, no, well, let Clint talk now.
Hope you allow me to talk.
Go ahead, Clint, talk.
But anyway, you talking about me coming up on the media and have a conversation, fine. But there's a lot of Wesley people that share the same opinion as me that you'd have to come on the ground and correct. Because I was just a person out front. But it's not like say you don't have more people in Wesley that share the same opinion. You understand? That said, at the same time, you keep going over. And I told you from the beginning, the reason why those conversations came forward is because of the utterances of the people on the ground, which is the villagers from Wesley, and more so, the business people. At the end of the day, Noah, I personally happy that I come on Western News Online and say what I said. Now, from my end, it may not be the right thing to say, but I did say it. And it bring a different kind of awareness on the ground in Wesley. Okay? To the point where me myself had to go back to certain people out there I know that had that kind of meditation. I said, hey, listen, look so. Let me see what we can do, even if it's just to support in the events and them. Even if it's just to be around the events and them. I did some of that. And I was not no committee. You understand? And look how it turned out. Of course it turned out properly. I have nothing to say about the reunion. It did turn out properly. But at the same time, it still have people up until today, not including me and not in that. But it still have people today, remnants of people that tell you X, Y, and Z about the reunion on a negative basis. They will tell you that still. You see? And that is just how I see it.
And do you understand why people are still saying that?
What?
Do you understand why people are still saying that?
I mean, if I do understand now, no, you cannot change everybody, no.
Right. What I'm trying to tell you, Clint, is that because you put yourself as a leader and you come out on media, you come out on the media and you say those things, people follow you. You mightn't think that like left or right you say that affects the whole village.
So what make you can say is me that follow the conversation and I bring it out in the open.
Okay, maybe you got it. Maybe okay. Let's just say you heard the conversation by Benji Shop, right? And you come on your line and you let go what conversation you hear. Let's say Paul Pat didn't hear it now. You don't think they hear it now?
Let me tell you something.
So again, you go ahead and you spread it.
Let me tell you something else that happened in the reunion. And maybe I don't know if you know or if you don't know. Maybe Keskim can be true to it because Keskim different from you. Keskim.
It should be.
I'll talk to Keskim instead. There's a perception that there was two reunions, one in Polpa and one for the regular up forward people. I tell you that based on conversations I had with the people them down there. Because I'm a person that like to listen to people having conversation. I may don't even want to say anything, but in that case I didn't say anything. I listened. And they were saying that they were not invited in the mainstream of things. And I trying to figure, maybe you can tell me. I will not ask Noah, I'll ask you. Maybe you can tell me why.
So I mean the statement is sort of correct. I think truthfully I never paid much attention to it. But I think what happened was some of the organizers who organized the one in Eden Road were originally part of the main reunion. Because of the construction going on in Eden Road and the mess down there and some of the challenges we thought we would have, we didn't focus on Eden Road per se in terms of having the events down there. So all the focus was mainly on Fore Road, Londonderry, and Central. I think because of that, certain persons felt that Eden Road should have gotten attention, and there was sort of a mini reunion sort of organized. But truthfully, man, like I don't have a problem with that, even though we had because at the same time we had the Dodds family reunion going on at the same time. There was a Pentecostal church reunion going on at the same time. So for me it was all a win because a lot of persons came home. So I don't see it as a bad thing that there was something else going on Eden Road. Maybe
I don't think it was a bad thing myself. The thing is, to the point when, because remember they brought MO News and MO News was transmitting for them, and at the same time we had stuff up the road, so he was coming across like it's something else. But like I said, I was just a listening ear to the individuals who was talking to me about the whole thing. I said to them, well, I'm not really on the reunion committee, so I don't know. I have no idea. So I can only ask somebody who I know. You, because you're the only person that asked that. So here we go.
And I think the comment is fair. I think I have a point, but I also think you have a point. Like you brought to the fore some of the stuff you heard, and you brought it on there. And so you all discuss it on Wesley News Online and so on, because probably that's what you were hearing in the village.
Because
But-
generally, okay, based on my utterances, what I really triggered was the fact that the Dominica Labour Party, for the last 3 or so sessions, when it comes to electoral politics, whatever the case is, they always use the date, the 6th of December. So it was just something off the top. It wasn't like to say somebody was like trimming down that to make mileage. I mean, it was just based on the history or the operation of the Labour Party itself. So, a lot of people get carried away. I don't know why I get carried away with it. That's how my partner stay. I jab him when I have to jab him. It's just that he does not want to argue when I jab him. When he jab me, I take my blows. When he jab me, I take my blows. Yes, I take my blows. At the end of the day, I think nothing gonna go wrong between the two of us. And we take all this how it comes, and that's how I am. I'll come out in the open. I'll say it as I see it.
I think he does. Noah. Well, I'll say I think Noah has a point. Noah, give me a sec, Noah.
Always mean that's the way, Rick. Clint. How you
Give me a sec, Noah.
Always mean the way. That is what you
Well,
need to focus on.
Well, I'll say Noah, I think, had a point was, yeah, you brought what you heard to the front and you all discuss it. And to Noah's point, yes, once you discuss it on social media, now it's not just 2 people or 3 people, talking about it. It gone all over the place. But
Right.
even after, Wrigley volunteered on behalf, we talked about it as a team and we said, we can't just let this continue going on. Somebody has to go out and say something. And so Wrigley volunteered, because he's PRO anyway. I think even after that, but there were still other things going on that, hey, this is still some type of political thing or something like that. I think after y'all get the actual information from a team member, from somebody who knew, then it should have been, oh shoot, we messed up. We didn't understand. Thanks for the information. How can we help to promote this, or how can we help to correct the damage that was done? That's what I didn't see on the back end. Like, we can all assume and make mistakes and so on, but when you get confronted with the truth and somebody tell you, then what you gonna do about it? You have to correct your damage and so on. I didn't see that there. But it's all in the past, man.
I guess we just drop it. That's what it was. We just drop it.
Yeah.
That's what happened. We just
So if it was dropped, why was it brought up again?
Anyway, what I'll say, Clint, though, is I think it's good feedback though, in a sense, because even in the conversation today, I'm thinking through in my head, and we could have made some changes probably to sway that opinion, a little bit. Maybe some people that were helping us on the front, although they were not part of the committee, maybe relying less on them, and trying to find other persons to help, so that we don't create the perception, because perception is reality, right? So if somebody see that person and if they that lead in, whether they don't know the members of the committee and everything, they're gonna assume, well, yeah, that person is in it and that person want to run, but it wasn't any of that. And when we're looking at our lessons learned, I think we're probably gonna try to do a meeting next week for us to go over our last set of finances, and we did want to look at our lessons learned and what went well, what didn't go well. That's one of the things we can probably look at, in terms of some of the people we had at the forefront, and how, if we decide to do something like that again, how we can learn from that and not make the same mistakes. So, yeah.
I like that idea there, Keskim. And you all need to give some money to the people in the community for all the millions that they make, eh?
So Richie, myself, don't make me cost you, because you all know. I see my phone about to die soon. But you're one of those that know we didn't make any money. In fact, we still owing for t-shirts. So anybody that's here and that's listening, please help us.
Actually, Richie had made a pledge and he haven't fulfilled that pledge yet.
Yeah. When we ask him for his dues, he leave the team
Yeah,
and he run
made a
away.
pledge and we haven't received that yet.
So we still waiting, Richie.
Okay.
When we ask you for your dues, you leave and run away. But we still have T-shirts we need to pay for. We still have a few, like to bring all those bands and bring all those people up here in West Sea. That wasn't, our budget was $60-something thousand, and that's from selling T-shirts, running the bars, and all of that. 64,000 or something like that. That cost us. Like it took a lot. It's a year and a half of planning. It took a lot to pull this off. What's that?
Read this comment there.
Yeah.
Elvis say you want to donate.
Good.
Okay.
So somebody
go
reach out
fund.
to Elvis.
Yeah, I'll send the GoFundMe to him, like, because it's personal. And one of the things, the fact that you have people like me and so on, my name on those letters, asking persons to perform and so on. So at the end of the day, even Revlin, like, if we don't get the money, we have to pull it out of our pocket and pay, because we still don't want to get blows for somebody to come back and say we had reunion and we don't pay people. So,
Well, we
all of
get
that coming from us.
I heard a rumor about that already, that somebody didn't get paid or something.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
I surprised they haven't gone online yet.
Yeah. No, behave, man. We go in a positive route, behave.
She received her funds though. She did receive her funds. The following day. They
received their funds?
Yes, the person received their funds.
Okay.
And even that, like, it's constant misinformation. It wasn't a raffle. It was someone overseas that decided they wanted to pay the person, and so the fund had to be transferred to Dominica. It wasn't something where we had the money in Dominica and so on. It was someone who said, "Hey, I want to give."
It had nothing to do with the raffle.
Yeah, somebody said, "I want to give a donation to this person, a young female entrepreneur, whatever this person name. I can't remember how the name came up, and so the money had to come from America to go to Dominica to give them." But it was brought up that, hey, we had money in Dominica and we don't pay the person, and we went back overseas with the money.
But hold about.
I almost finished.
No,
before we say things,
you referencing
we just have to verify.
You referencing certain things that Clint do not want to go on to reference. So why we can reference certain things and that was said on that, and we
anyway, no, I don't want to go in that whole thing. No, behave.
I'm just asking a simple question. Why are we allowed to reference certain things and not everything?
Anyway, I finished with that. But I done, fellas. At the end of the day, I think the reunion overall was successful. There are things we could have done better, and still working on that. And I don't know if we will do another one, or when. Both me and Revlin say that it's too much headache, too much work, and too much blows. Because nobody got $1 from that. In fact, all of us spent.
I think you guys should do one sooner than later, because now that you all already have the ground laid for it, you know what you're gonna be getting into. I think as being the first time doing it, you didn't know what you were stepping yourself into. So now that you have it,
that's true.
I think it would be a benefit to the community, because our community needs activities like that, and that's why I'm asking for you and Noah to help in the carnival drive that is coming up. Because we have opened a new group just to help in doing activities for the community, because our community has gone down the drain.
Yeah, but that's the same thing we're talking about. When we go out and we bust our back to try to do things for the community, and we labeled as hypocrites and this and that, how are we supposed to help the community now? How are we supposed to be on our good books and say, okay, hey, help Wesley? Because I mean, come on, when we go out like this on a committee and take money from our pockets, okay? Mm-hmm. All of us on the committee took money from our pocket, came to the country, spend money, do what we had to do to build our community, to give back something to our community. And we labeled like those, like how I was labeled. How am I supposed to take money from my pocket and say, okay, hey, go jump up? And that is something that just quoting, and that is something I have done several times over and over and over. Okay? Contribute to the carnival in Wesley.
If you are a true Wesley person, and you believe in the development of Wesley, you should never make the utterances of one person turn you upside down.
But that's the issue, though, Clint. It's not one person. You know, even though
No.
you're talking
Cassie,
about
wait.
you
He don't have listen. He don't have no issue with nobody else that share the same sentiments as I. It just happened that I was a person, what you call it, the big mouth.
Your friends
Yes.
hello.
No. I was the big mouth that come out in the open and say. But no, I will make a contribution for the carnival.
Yeah, but the thing is that if you had said something that made some sense, I would be like, oh, okay, maybe, yeah. But I mean, the ignorance need to stop, man. Clint. You need to stop that ignorance. You need to stop. You're smarter than that.
Whatever you say, that's all right.
Anyhow, so Cassie, finish?
No, I would say just one last thing, and it goes back to the conversation you and Will Wolf had initially. I think sometimes our politicians and the way we operate now is kind of backwards to how I see things supposed to go. Things are supposed to be led by the people and then supported by the government.
Mhm.
You know, even for business, it's the same thing. We're supposed to push entrepreneurship, people pushing people to start their own business, do their own business, and then the government create the favorable environment. You know, not the government giving you a job or the government giving you this or giving you that, but the government creating the environment for you to be successful. In setting up stuff in the village and so on, I believe that that's how it should be. It should be led by the villagers, and then we pull in the politicians if we need support and how to support. I think people got offended, you know, on both sides, that or all sides, that it wasn't led by this politician, or my name is not on the flyers, or this and that. Like the role of government is to support the people. You know, yes, you're a leader in the community, but you are there to support. You know, some things, if we want to do it right, we have to do it as a community together with all sides, you know, all parties, everybody, and put something together and do it. And people felt some type of way and got turned off because they felt it was led, you know, their name wasn't attached to it and my name not on this. So, you know, yeah, that really troubled me too. But I think it's not just in Wesley. I think it's a mentality we have now, especially where, you know, how Wesley used to be so independent. And we were independent because we were basically all entrepreneurs, agriculture, whatever. But now we have this thing where we expect the government to lead us and give us whatever we need instead of us coming together and getting stuff done and then getting the support on the back end from government. I will say I personally never had any intention of this being political. And, you know, yes, I support the Dominican Labour Party, but I can say that the Power Rep did not support us in this. He jumped on a call with us and told us, hey, I didn't support, you know, Woodford Hill Reunion. I'm not supporting Wesley Reunion. You know, he said he wasn't interested. And with all of that, we still getting blows to say it's a Labour thing, you know.
The thing is
so that is the level of frustration we had throughout this process, you know.
I think we are our own poison in the village for a fact.
Yeah.
I think we ourselves, and as I said, I mean, growing up in Wesley, we didn't have that. And Clint, you're the only one on the ground right now in Wesley. Three of us, we out here. I'm telling you straight, you cannot bring the people together when every time you see somebody or you hear somebody talk, you have to label them this or label them that. You have to call them this or call them that. I'm not telling you directly doing it. I'm talking about the villagers in Wesley. I'm talking about the labor rights and the workers and even the independent candidates. I'm talking about everybody does it. You walk on the road, oh, that's a labor right, that is a Damas. Oh, that is a UWP, that is that. Oh, I'm not doing nothing for him. Oh, so long as you have red, don't talk to me. So long as you have blue, don't talk to me. I mean, aren't we the ones that have to cut that off?
Yeah.
I mean, who have to cut it off?
No, I doesn't go so deep, no.
What do you mean you doesn't go so deep? Makes
No,
sense.
no. Listen to me. And I can make it very clear to you, to Richie, and to Keskim, and everybody else that paying attention. I'll just try to show you my mindset when it comes to politics. I'm a UWP.
Everybody was independent.
No, listen.
Behave no.
Don't obstruct me. Don't obstruct me. Listen. I'm a UWP. I only went up independent when they had that, whatever that was, election. But I am UWP. And I'll tell you something. I talk to everybody. I crack with everybody. You have people that just cost me from the Labour Party side. It have people that just cost me from the UWP side. Yeah. I can show you a situation. I working for my money. I can go in any shop in West and buy my message. When I go in Mina shop, they calling me a damn ass. For what? You understand what I'm saying, Keskin? You know, like I go there to ask a favor. I go in Mina shop and buy my message.
Yeah.
And people on my side finding me that damn ass to go and buy my message by Mina. That's to show you how deep Wesley is. But I try my best at all times to avoid that. No matter how you hear me come out and I talk. But I can always explain after I talk. You understand? And that's how Wesley is. And that's how it was.
That's not how it was.
That's not how it was. That's
Nah.
not how
No, let me don't talk. I come in. That is how it was. That is how it was right around the perception of the inception of the reunion.
Okay.
That was the feeling on the ground. Like, the same old mentality, people are the same thing, and then people get caught up in it. Because like I say,
you get caught up in something.
No. Like I say, if you have to correct that problem there, I am the person at the front, yes. But if you have to correct that ideology there, you have a lot of work to do because you have to come on the ground, go by Otis up there, go by Benji, go by Neva, go by Doc, go wrong by Mina side over there, go by Cap, go by Liquor, go by Cocky and them, just continue with the shop and them there. You have to go by all those places there and have a conversation with the people to make them know X and Y, X plus Y is Z, A plus B, C, that kind of thing there. That is what I did. After I make my comment and Wrigley come and correct the vibration, that is what I did. I did that. And that's why I can come back now. That's why I can come back now and tell all the fellas, job well done. It was not 100%, but I personally take my time out and pay attention to every aspect of the reunion. In terms of the only one I didn't make it, and I watch it on social media, was the sports day. The reason why I couldn't do it because of how we working, so I couldn't attend the sports day. So I pay attention to it on social media, and I know everything else when you come on the politics and want help all get and help all do get and who that do help all. You know, I know all what I'm saying there. You know, but that's how it is. You can't correct everybody, or you have to come on the ground for the next reunion. You have to come on the ground and keep a campaign on the ground to make people understand. Hey, look, this is what happened. This is what happened the last time. This is where we don't want to go. We didn't tell people X, Y, and Z. We out here now to tell people X, Y, and Z. Go on social media and break it down.
Yeah. I think that's a really good point, Drex, and it's something we kind of talked about when we did our lessons learned.
Yeah, but
like on the ground, we should have been a little stronger.
We keep a reunion again 5 years away from now, around election time. Clint gonna say the same thing.
No. Boy, you know, stop, boy.
It wouldn't be around election time. Election is falling in March.
Well, the thing is that Richie, is that we have no idea when is election time. The only person that knows when is election time is Clint.
Sorry about that, man. I was talking about the history. The history was running by. The history. That's what I was running by.
But you cannot come out on a media and say things based on history to say okay. And the way you had the word so confident, like you know that. I mean, come on.
If the four of us there right now, living in New York, the four of us working, and every Saturday the four of us go in, let's say, Red Lobster, is not going to be a thing you're looking forward to?
Yeah.
Right. Simple.
What's the comparison with that?
But I
What do
would
you mean
say, I would go back to saying what I said earlier.
It
Like,
doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna do it that way, you know.
if we really looked at it in terms of like what would be the, I don't know, like how effective it would be to win the overall election, Wesley is truly almost a non-factor. You know, when you look at the number of constituencies that Labour Party has versus in repeal or independence. So why would they organize an entire reunion for one constituency, one village, just to get votes
Okay.
for that one constituency when it doesn't affect the overall outcome of the election?
Okay, I was trying to avoid that part of the conversation there. I was really trying to avoid it. But just for the record, I can tell you.
Yeah.
It was of the view that the existing candidate, or Palare, it was of the view that he has become very weak in the constituency. And one of two things was about to happen. Either they were going to use the reunion to try to beef him up. I'll come to that point just now. Don't let me finish. Or they were going to try to field another person. Noah,
Okay.
cut off the bullshit, Noah. I'll explain to you. But what's going to happen? We only get to find out towards the middle of it that our Palare wasn't supporting it. It's not tonight, I know that. I knew. We get to find out that there were instances when the reunion had I'll use an example, when you had the thing on the forward for the old people and the young people there. He had his own thing done, they say, by the health center for children. There were other instances where they say he take back his Christmas tree. You know, some trivial things, and whatever that was. So in the beginning, some people were thinking that, and I tell you based on the conversation on the ground, it's not to say I make up a story. They were thinking that the reunion was geared to help him to come back on Kiel. And at the same time, some other people were saying, how are they going to use Mr. Agee? It's somewhere they're trying to push. You understand? So that is basically where it was. That's out there.
Okay. I can understand that now when you say it like that.
Yeah.
But and it goes back to us always thinking that things are politically motivated, but probably that's the where we are now as a people or as a country, as a village. Like almost every event or any activity that happens, if it's not led by a politician, it's not happening, So maybe it's a fair assumption that if there's something so big going on, that it was being led by a party or something like that. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case at all.
The only thing I think that should happen from the reunion committee, but then again, that's just a thought of mine.
Yeah.
But the only thing I thought that should happen, I kind of think that when the activities began in Wesley, maybe, just maybe, members of the committee maybe would have gone around, maybe use Roy and try to harness the people to come in one location, have that conversation there to make them understand, hey, look, this is not that. Look is where we want to go. That is what we want to do. But that's just my thought. Because you see, a lot of people in Wesley was just...
I'm a little lost. Can you explain it a little bit better for me?
Okay,
Sorry.
I was saying, that's just my thought. I say that based on on the perception on the ground.
Yeah.
But then the reunion committee didn't think about it, so it doesn't really matter. But maybe next time around, maybe you could think about it. Maybe have what you call that, like an open forum, maybe now.
Okay. Like a town hall meeting, or something like that. Yeah.
Before the activity starts. So at least you could have a concentration. People say what they have to say. People can maybe, if they'll send stone men or still, or they can take a look or wherever, blah, blah, that kind of thing there. But at the end of the day, when people come out from there, even not 100%, but maybe 75% of the crowd would have a different perception about the reunion.
Yeah.
Basically
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's just an idea of mine. So maybe next time
That's
around,
a good idea. That's a good
Good
idea.
idea. Good idea. Good idea, Clint.
maybe next
Very
time around we
good.
can think about that.
So let me
You see now when we invited you to the committee, ideas like that we expected you to bring, not who dump truck that was going to carry tarish or sand. You see?
That
No, it was not about tariff. It was about carrying a
You don't want
system.
to, okay, system or music
Yeah.
or stuff like that. Those are the
I
kind of
think-
things we needed from you to generate those things. That, hey, boy, you know, this is the way to go. Let's try to have a town hall meeting. These are the kind of things that we wanted you to bring. Not the whole negativity that you brought on the other medias about what your opinion was. Not now you're saying people. You know, that's what on the comment. You know, on your thing, you were saying what me Clint said that this election gonna be on this date. Me Clint said this. It's me that's saying that. It's me that's saying this. It's me that. It wasn't about people. It was about you.
No.
You never said. You never once said. You know, this is how people feel,
No, man,
and you know,
me
this is how I
saying-
think,
me
or this is
saying
my
December
opinion
the
on how
6th
people
is my
feeling. You
opinion.
keep on saying. You keep on saying this is what is gonna happen. I am telling you people that hey, you know, this is an election coming up. This is a reunion. This is. You never came out and say, boy, guys, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm hearing on the ground. You know, people feeling like that. So you were part of the committee. Why didn't you come and say, boy, this is what I'm feeling. Let's try to have a town hall meeting before the reunion. Let's try to have a this. Let's try to have a that. Why now you come in and say that? That
I'm only
is
saying that.
that is what you call hypocrisy.
I don't think you're listening, you know.
That is
I'm saying.
now
for
you
the
want to come
next
and say
time
we
around,
should have
I
a
say
town
for
hall
the next
meeting.
time around,
Now you want to come
no.
and say this is
For
what
the
we
next
should
time
do or we
around.
shouldn't do.
Noah, to
When
be
you
fair,
had
maybe
the opportunity to do that, you backed in and you didn't
Noah,
say nothing.
Noah,
Let's
this
get
is looking back. So probably at the time he never thought of that. Like this is to be
But
fair.
obviously,
So we're looking at this
same.
we're looking at this in retrospect. So we're looking at back at what we could have done better and so on. So his point is valid in terms of if we're doing it again, maybe that could have helped for us to do something better.
And that is what I said. That's a very good idea. I just said that's a very good idea.
I think it was either Clint or Basil who came up that same night with the idea of getting the shopkeepers, putting flyers by the shopkeepers and putting up flyers and so on. One of them, I can't remember if it was Clint, I can't remember if it was Basil, it was somebody we had brought on who gave us that idea too, which was a damn good idea.
Basil spoke about the shopkeepers and the churches.
Yeah, and which was a really good idea to involve the churches and the shopkeepers.
But that is that is what we wanted from the committee. That is what we wanted from the people on the ground. Ideas like that, things like that, to come us and say, hey, this is let's try this. Let us try to motivate the people like that. Let's try to do this like that. We never got that.
Yeah, but all of that, it happened already, man, and it went on. I am still glad I was a part of it and it was successful. Mad as hell I didn't get to come down, but so be it. I'll let you and Noah continue to fight.
No, we don't fight the fight. We don't fight the fight.
I told you, as I said, my name was called on a media, and I came to find out why my name was called, and up to now I can't get a reason why my name was called. But
yeah. I
will say they still don't want me to even bring it up.
No, I just want to be a direct shoot. You want to have a direct kind of thing. No, I figure in all the conversation we had for the night, you're smart enough to understand where the conversation came from. I don't want to tell you voted for Red, you voted for Blue. No. You get the picture already.
But nobody gets the picture, Clint.
We're going past that. Noah.
But that was the reason for this.
But we take care of it already. Why can't you want me to tell you?
Huh?
Why can't you want me to tell you?
You feel you take care of what you take care of, but I came for a reason. Let me justify my reason.
But I told you why I thought your utterances were hypocrite. How you could say it? You can't even forget the word.
Hypocritical?
Yes. I told you that for how much time for the night. What can I tell you now?
Which was what? We're
gonna go over that again, no? No,
you all not gonna ever agree, man. It don't make sense to go back and forth. At the end of the day.
Okay.
At the end of the day.
Anyhow, right now I am on Ricardo's show.
Yeah.
So I can say what I want, just like how Clint can say what he wants when he wants, how he wants,
Yeah.
and anytime he wants.
I know you're going to that.
Subjected to stop
Continue.
anywhere, Ricardo? Can I say what I want when I want?
Yeah, you can go ahead. No.
Okay. I was called out by Clint Rule and Randy, what's his last name? Prosper on Wesley Reunion. And I came here tonight to figure out what was my name doing in Clinton and Randy's mouth.
Okay, I
was told that I would never be invited to Wesley News Online, for a reason. A reason that somehow, maybe 20 years ago or whatever, I was in Carnival in Wesley, and I called Mr. What's his name? Abogara on a video. Okay, I'm here to apologize. Okay, I will say I am sorry for calling him Abogara if I did say that. However, was I wrong? Did I say something that wasn't true? I mean, did this man come out and said he was publicly gay? Yes or no? Didn't he come out was it on your show he was, Ricardo, or on his show?
On his show.
He came out on his show and said he was publicly gay. So if I call you a bugger and you said you're publicly gay 2 weeks after, I'm sorry for coming out before you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have come out and put your business outside. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay? However, I need to take note that let this young man know that he needs to stop having my name in his business. I was never in St. Thomas. I never lived in St. Thomas. I have never been at his house in St. Thomas. I don't know him in St. Thomas. Okay? Clint is your friend. You can take that to him. He's your friend. I have never been to St. Thomas. I have never been to his place in St. Thomas. I doesn't know his mother. I doesn't know his sister. I don't know nobody for him. So right there, please, I'm asking you guys, when he start to do his thing, remind him I have never been in St. Thomas. And if I did call him that maybe during Carnival another time, as I say, I apologize for taking him out of the bag when he wasn't ready yet.
I can talk now?
Go right ahead.
Right. Randy has a podcast, and usually on his podcast, you have the three of us on there. What Randy say, Randy say. What Clint say, he say. And what Richie say, he say. None of us will say nothing for nobody. So when you say me and Randy, no, don't say that. Randy make a statement as to whatever that happened between you and Randy, I don't know. I have never contributed to it, neither Richie. Okay. You see, just like the night when I go wild on the thing and see what I say.
Okay, so based on what you just said, what you just said.
No, let him finish. Let him finish saying what he's saying.
You see, just like the night when I end up saying why I say I'm police come and harass me that say my thing. Randy never say nothing. Richie didn't say nothing. At the end of the day, they come out and they say Richie and Randy threw me under the bus. I trying to understand for why. So what I say, I will take my blows from you for it 24/7. You can't give me no blows for what Randy say or what Richie say. And I think you should go for Richie too. Right, Richie?
Yeah.
Right.
And I wasn't giving you blows. I was making a comment directly on Richie podcast. Okay? If you want to take offense to it, that's your problem. I wasn't giving you blows on it. I am saying this loud and clear. I have nothing to do with that. If I said something 20 years ago, so be it.
Yeah. Anyway, fellas.
Let me ask
we're almost on a 2-hour mark, Richie.
Yes.
So
are we having carnival are we gonna help assist the carnival committee for Wesley this year? That's the question we need to ask. That's the question that came up in the group.
Who has the Wesley committee? Who's on that carnival?
We have Kel, we have Lickle, there is also I think Brown, and there are a couple other people in the community that's on the committee. I can probably get some of the group members to come on a live for us to talk about it, but they need some help in organizing and funding this this venture, because Wesley at this moment does not have a carnival at this very moment here. And for a big community like Wesley, I think we need to organize something for our community.
So lessons learned, same thing like we just talking about what that happened with our reunion. Hey, if you all want help, come on, do a show, go on a few lives, and ask for help and see if you get help. You know, Kel was in Pata originally. He's one of the persons we tapped to join in and help with the reunion. I didn't see anything from him, but hey, probably he was busy. You know, but nonetheless. Like, you know, I think they should go out and help, because it still can't be the same people all the time. Literally, like if you just spend how much $1,000 in Western Reunion, like it can't be the same people. You know, West, they have a lot of people. We have a lot of people out there. And to Noah's point, you know, we have to be go a little easier on our people who volunteer to do stuff like that for the village, because it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money. There are days when I had work and I had to leave my meetings at work, running in my office, you know, just to do calls, you know, or, you know, doc stuff I have to do for work. So I could jump on calls and help with that reunion thing. It took a lot, you know. So give people the benefit of a doubt, you know, and try to validate the information we put out there before we just put information out there. But we had a 2-hour mark, Richie. As you know, for my time, I have stuff to do. I out fellas. All right.
Well, you know, as I said before, Wesley, so divided these days. I have been in Wesley, and the division is real.
It's sickening.
It's sickening. And again, Clint said it has always been like that. I don't see it like that, but it is really foolish. It's dumb right now. You know that. And not Wesley, you know, but basically in Wesley when I am in Wesley, so I see it more in Wesley. The blue, the red, and it have another color now.
No,
blue and red. It's like, okay, you can't wear a blue shirt, you can't wear a red shirt. I mean, all that nonsense it's just crazy. It's crazy. My best friends are UWP people. My family is most of them is labor. I not left or right. I mean, I don't know. Carnival in Wesley, I don't know how it's gonna be. The last couple of years, I have been to Carnival in Wesley. It wasn't what we used to have. I mean, I remember when during Kenny and them was in Wesley, we used to put a truck on the road. I used to help them. We used to put a truck on the road. Right now, I don't know who there to do that. I don't know about the Carnival thing.
I remember you used to have 2 trucks in Wesley at one point in time.
Sometimes it is, well, again, politicians dividing it. It used to have a Labour truck and a UW truck. That foolishness, you know? I mean, yeah, we had that foolishness. Richie, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
We had a Labour truck and a UW truck, and then you can't jump in it. They don't want you to jump in a truck because your mother, all kind of nonsense. I mean, I don't know.
Well, as a village, we need to grow up as a village. A
lot of things have to change in Wesley, you know.
And
a lot of things have to change.
All you need to agree that you stop calling each other out of each other's name on live.
The thing is that Richie is not. I mean, we agree on a lot of things. We agree that Wesley, the community is divided. I don't think that is something to argue about. What I do agree on, Clint, is to if you want to say something to me, you come now and say something to me. Don't have my name here, have my name there. I don't do that, and that's why I never called his name on when I was doing my thing with Wilberforce. You know, that is what I. If you have something to say to me, you say it to me. You climb up my tree in front of me, basically, so I can defend myself and I can say, hey, Clint, that is not this. This is not that. Don't go behind my back and have me here.
No. You see, all you wrong now.
So that was my whole thing about this. We want more unity in the village. We want people to come together. We want people to do things in the village. But how are we supposed to do that when every time we try to do something, you try to fight us down?
Not you specifically.
Not me specifically. I just saying. I mean, people on a whole that looking out for the village. I mean, again. We have Ja as a UWB candidate, as he rightly think. Since I know Ja has never heard of flight I knew about. I look up as Ja, I look as an outstanding guy in the Catholic Church for a start. I think he would be a great leader in Wesley.
Sanjay.
You know, I don't know if the party he is in is where he should be. I don't know if he should be a UWP or Labourite. I look at him as a person and say, this can be a leader in the village.
In the village, yes.
You know, when Basil went up at the time, I look at Basil as a leader. Basil as my neighbor. You know, I look at I don't look at people as party. I look at who you are.
Who you are as a person.
You know, I can never go up in Wesley and say Basil do this or Basil do that, because I don't know Basil do this or Basil do that. I don't know Basil hurting a fly. You know.
So what you consider to be a leader, Noah?
A leader is somebody that can motivate people and bring people together. Bring people together to uplift the community, go up and not down. Stop dividing people and unify people. That is what I consider a leader. A leader that can go out there and say, stand up for his people. Not somebody that just...
So because I say Noah is a hypocrite, I can unify people.
I don't know if you can. Clint, you might feel your way about you can do what and you cannot do this and you can do that.
No,
okay?
I don't say it.
I might not feel that way about you. Okay. You want to be frank? I went to school with you, Clint. We went to high school together. I don't know you as a politician. I never look at you as a politician. I never know you in politics until last election.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know you as that. I never look at you as a leader. I never look at you as somebody to unify anybody or anything. I never did. I tell you plain out. I'm not in the village. I don't know if you are unifying people. I don't know what you do in village. I don't know what you. I don't know.
I'm very good at that. I'm very good at that. I maybe have some other things about me that would maybe scale back from the whole political thing, and I can understand. You know, I'm not a church goer. I don't married. Those kind of things there. You know,
that's here not there. That's here not there. If you're looking about an outstanding person in the village based on their character or their morals, that's a different thing.
Nothing wrong with my character.
I'm just saying, if you're looking at it that way, that's a different thing. I am looking at it as a leader, and you can look at a leader. That's your opinion to look at a leader like that. I mean, I looking at somebody right now in Wesley. I looking at somebody that wouldn't watch blue or red.
No, well,
somebody that will say, "But you are worker, but you have to bring up there, and you're willing to bring something to the community. I'll help you." Or you are Labourite, and you have the brain up there, and you're willing to bring something to the community, and I'll help you. From
my perspective, I think Ja will make a good candidate. I think Ja can win the election in Wesley. I believe that. Yes, I believe he can win the election in Wesley. And you said something earlier, but I guess he was just running your mouth at the time. You talk about of the hope you say he was like telling Ja not to go place with Drex. But let me tell you something. Drex is a roots man, eh? And Drex know how to deal with people on the ground, you see? I'm very good at that. So my input in Ja campaign would be on a positive side, on a positive note. But personally, I think Ja will do well at the election. And I will go all out to help him to do well at the election. Is that fact? Yeah.
Very good, Clint. And again, that's your opinion. And I respect your opinion on that.
Yep.
So then you need to go ahead and respect other people's opinion. I'll tell you straight. A lot of elections has run in the village in Wesley, and not Wesley alone. And a lot of people lost just because of the people they surround themselves with. You want to go there? I can tell you. Okay, you went up last election. You went up as an independent candidate. I don't know. I can ask you right now. Did you have plans to go up this election as a UWB candidate, or did you want to go up independent?
If they give me a chance, I would.
Huh?
If they did give me the chance, I would.
If did give you the chance?
if the United Workers' Party committee had given me the chance over
You would
Jean,
come up as a candidate. Okay, so fair enough. And maybe you'd have made a good candidate for whosoever that would decide that you go up. But the committee decided that they wanted to go with Ja.
Right.
Right? So based on Ja, if you want to tell me if they maybe they figure Ja would be a better candidate than you.
Obviously.
Okay.
So my role now.
So if
my role
like,
now is to stand up with
that's your opinion in your role.
What you
That's
mean?
your opinion. But what I'm saying now, Clint, is
What's
that
my role?
I don't know what's your role. I don't even know. Clint, your last election, you wasn't a UWP. This election, UWP. Next election, you might be a Freedom. I don't know what's your role.
Noah, let me tell you something. Let's cut the bullshit, right?
What's your role?
You know damn well, listen to me. You know damn well I support United Workers' Party. Period.
Okay, you can say who you support. I don't know who you support. Okay, Clint, basically, right? Basically,
no, you know I'm voting for UWP.
That is your right, your democratic right to do that.
So for you to come in now and trying to say the way you're saying that making no sense.
That is your democratic right, Clint, that you can vote for UWP. You can vote when you walk into the ballot house, you the only person that is there, you know.
My brother, when I go and vote in ballot in the ballot box, when I go and vote in the room, I just vote for UWP.
And that's your opinion. You can say that. I can say I vote for Trump, you know.
No, it's not an opinion, it's a fact.
How is that proven?
You want to know how?
Yeah.
I don't fold my ballot paper, I don't bring for them to fold it for me so they make sure they don't see. If they want to close their eyes, they can close their eyes.
So why would you do that? Why would you?
What I have to hide? Why should I hide who I'm voting for?
But isn't it a democratic right to
vote? No, if it's you that going for election,
thing.
If it's you that going for election in Wesley, and I come to vote for Noah and to give Noah his chance to go up, I don't think I have to hide that.
No, it's not about hiding. It's procedures that everything have to follow procedures. Right?
Well, I can vote for UWP.
And that's your right, your democratic right.
And I've been voting for them since 1995.
Let me ask you this question there, Clint. Let's say, just a hypothetical, let's say Ja was going for Labour, would you support him?
No, I won't support him. Just like
I would support him. Yes, I would support him.
But you must know.
I would support him based on him because that's what I support the candidate on. Here goes again.
No, you are a Labourite. You support him because you are Labourite.
The ignorance.
We spoke about that earlier, Drex. That we don't want to label nobody because at the end of the day.
So as I said before now, so if you label me a Labourite based on my affiliation with Labourite.
No. It seems to me you forget we grew up together. You know?
We grew up together. Clint, I haven't voted in Dominica in 20 years. What the hell are you talking about grow up together? You're not growing, man.
It doesn't matter, Noah.
You're not growing, man. Common sense.
Noah, you're supporting an ideology, Noah. You're supporting the Labour Party ideology.
So you can tell me what's my ideology, but I cannot tell you what is yours. Ignorance, Clint. Ignorance.
Who you be?
Who am I?
Who you support? Labour or UWP?
I don't support any party in Dominica.
Okay, let us move on. Let us move on.
You ignorant, Clint. You ignorant.
Let us.
But you know what? I Labourite, I tell you.
Clinton, let us move on. Let us move on.
Let us on the golf, and no one support the Labour Party to the fullest. No one else tell who that gonna win, who that can win, blah blah. We're listening.
I will right out tell you, Clint, you wouldn't win. I can tell you wouldn't win if you go up for election. For Freedom, UWP, Labour, Independent, anything. You wouldn't win.
Can we move on, please?
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Can we talk about something positive we want to do in our community? And we've been on for 2 hours, so I think
will win.
We should summarize this now. Noah, give your final comment, and then Clint, give your final thought.
All I want to tell Clint is when Clint wanted to send a message for me, call me on my phone, WhatsApp me. You say we're friends. You have my number. Hit me up. Tell me know about it. Look so. Don't have my name on media. Don't have my name on thing. Don't have my name going here. Left or right. I have nothing personally against you. I don't care what you do or what you do as far as your political head is. As I said, I support people for them by themselves. If I don't consider you a leader, I don't consider a leader. No hard feelings. I don't consider Richie a leader. Richie can lead me because a leader is supposed to lead me. I don't feel like Richie can lead me. I don't consider him a leader. I don't consider. I mean, as I say, somebody that can bring people together. That's what Wesley looking for. Somebody that can lift up the youths in Wesley. We need somebody that can plant things in the people growing up that is not whether you red or you blue. You one. Wesley is a whole family. It's a family that in Wesley. Everybody in Wesley is one family. And when people like leaders still print the whole damn thing that, oh, you is a labor, or you is a this, or you is a that, that's the ignorance that keeps coming out of all your mouth that keeps people's brain where it is. We're not growing in Wesley. We're not growing away from that nonsense. You know, we're not going away from this thing that, hey, because your grandmother was a labor or your grandfather was a UWLP, we all have our own mind. We don't have to come in the village and say, Skerrit is at this, or Mr. Linton is at that, or Mr. Thompson is at this, to know who we supporting or we don't supporting. Listen, if I come in the village and something that have nothing to do with me, electoral reform, it doesn't have nothing to do with me because I vote in the US. If I come in the village and I say, oh, they should do this and they should do that and they should do this and they should do that and this dumbass not doing that, how is that helping? More than I can come and say, okay, left and right, both of you come together and find a common ground. Simple thing. Both of you come together, find a common ground and based on everything, and everything will go good. If we have a same thing you came up with the reunion, the other reunion committee. Yes, there was more than one reunion in Wesley as far as I know. The reason for it have maybe, as Keskim said, some people decided that Paulpa needed more internet. I mean, people from Bottom Wesley could come and say the same thing too and have a reunion in Bottom Wesley, you know, because we didn't have anything in Bottom Wesley. You know, but can you just imagine if the two committees had come together, how grand that reunion would be? And if the PAL rep had joined us again, how grand that would be? Huh? And even the PAL rep Jonathan, who is the other candidates? UWP candidates and the independent candidates, if everybody had just joined and just say, okay, look at, sometimes I don't want to say it, but look at Marigot. Marigot, yeah, Tony does these things, he's a rep for there. But you go to Marigot and you see Labour, UWP, you see all of them together, having one thing, not fighting down each other. Everything in Wesley just a fight down, use that this, use that. Why you can turn around and say, okay, what am I? Stop talking about what this person is and this person. What am I? What am I bringing to the table? What am I coming up with? Stop pointing fingers at people. If we just stop pointing fingers and saying, you this, you that, you do this, you do that. Say, okay, I am going to do this. I'm going to do that. This is what I want. This is what I stand for. I think the village will be better off. My 2 cents.
Go ahead, Clint.
First off, I want to say the conversation that was here tonight was not a conversation somebody had planned. Because if you go back and you play the tape, you will hear me say, oh, now I remember something I want to touch on. It was a spur of the moment conversation, number one. Number two, it's all well and good to listen to somebody almost wishful thinking, but that's fine. At the end of the day, I go into the comments there. At the end of the day, as to where Noah is and where Clint is doesn't really matter. What matters at the end of the day, we're from Wesley. Or we grew up in Wesley, we go to school in Wesley, we go to St. Andrew's High School, we do it together. And that should resonate from top to bottom. You understand? Mm-hmm. For me personally, Noah is my brethren from I can't remember when. And we're still gonna be brethren until I can't remember when. When I have my stone to send, I will send it. Doesn't matter how he take it, I will send it. When he has stone to fire, he will fire it. Doesn't matter how I take it. For me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, all what are going on there is for one purpose. And the purpose is to get better for Wesley. That's all it is. And that's all I will say to end the show. It was a good show. I enjoyed it. I had fun. At least, no one get to come across with his points. Keskin came in and balanced it out. I get to come with my points. And at the end of the day, at least something good come out of it anyhow. So it was a good thing having this show like that tonight. I just don't want us to go off track.
Why you had a feeling we was going to go off track?
Oh yeah, he's a hyper kind of person, you know.
But what you know about me and Hyper, Clint?
Oh, yeah,
The first time me and you having a conversation online.
Oh,
What you know about Hyper?
I go to school with you. I grew up with you. I know how you behave. I know you're a fella. You like to set dominance. You like to come out on top. Don't believe I forget Noah. I don't know her.
So there's somebody who doesn't like to come out on top, Clint?
Yeah?
Do you know somebody that doesn't like to come out on top?
No, a man can be submissive sometimes, but you just do that in you.
Clint and Noah.
Stay submissive, Papa.
Yeah.
Stay submissive.
No. I'll be submissive when I have to be.
Clint and Noah. I appreciate you guys coming and giving your candor, but I believe at the end of the day, we fighting for our community. All of us, we fighting for our community and the betterment of our people in our community. No matter what political affiliation one may support or whatever, is our community at the end of the day. So let us fight for the community that we love and cherish so dearly, the country that we love and cherish so dearly, because we all have a part to play in the growth or the destruction of our community and our country. We have to be able to settle our differences, be it on live, be it in private, be it wherever. I just provided a platform for you guys to discuss and talk and come up with a solution. So we're fighting for community and the development of community. And I believe that both of you guys have strong influences in the community and can influence different people. And if we use that to our benefit, we can take our community to a very big, take our community further than where it is right now. So we looking forward for your input. And I know Noah said earlier that sometimes it does feel how you call that, but it does make him feel ashamed when he gives to the community and the people and them are coming back and talking shit behind his back or talking shit in front of his face or whatever. It doesn't feel good. But sometimes, it's never about what people say, because people gonna talk, people gonna have plenty things to say, but you have to have it in your heart that you're not doing it for them. You're doing it because of love for people and love for your country. That's why I do it, because many times I feel like I don't even want to go Dominica. I don't want to see a Dominican. Don't call my phone, or nothing to say to me. But I do it because I love my people. So if we have love for our people, I believe that we can do better. Noah, just say thanks for the endorsement. It's all for the betterment of Wesley constituency.
Say that again.
Ja said thank you for the endorsement.
I endorse Ja, boy. Ja is my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. And another thing, don't cross it. The carnival thing coming up.
Yes.
You have contact on those people? On who's? Well, I know I have Kel number.
I have Little number, and I have Kel. I also have Zaki's also there on the live as well. He's part of the committee, so I can give you their phone numbers. Isaac, the one that does do the tattoos in Roseau.
Okay. So what contribution our intended panel doing towards the carnival? Well, Rex, you're not saying nothing. You're quiet when it comes to the carnival.
No. I listen.
Okay, we looking for funds for the carnival.
Like a chance, man. Let the man establish himself properly, man. We're not talking about Ja. We're not talking about you.
You with us.
No, I don't have people. No. No, right now, I right behind us, you're back pushing him, helping to push him forward. That's my job.
I didn't hear that. Say that again.
I say right now, I right at the back of Ja, helping him to go forward. That's my job now.
But Ja is, I'll tell you, okay, it don't have much good men in Wesley. Again, that's my 2 cents. All I can say what I want. But Ja is one of the good ones. Ja is one of the good men that has remained in Wesley and fight the battle from the bottom. When Ja came to Wesley, I was a little boy. When Ja came with Jan and stuff like that, I was in high school, a little boy. Right. Okay, and the respect this man showed for the community that wasn't a community of his. Yeah, another. Well, I don't call people name again, but there are a few men in Wesley right now that is very exemplary when it comes to community togetherness. I looking at people like, some of them are not in politics, like Teacher Aspie and Jeremy and those people there. Those are pillars of our community. But the thing is that with our community, we're not cherishing and not appreciating those people there enough. That is my problem. Those people go, they make the extra mile, they go the extras, and we just doesn't appreciate them. We don't do that, and again, it boils down a lot of times to stupidness, politics. Not even religion anymore, but politics. That is what again, the reunion was, we wanted to bring that community-ness together. That's what we were trying to do. See how we go about bringing people together. And I think some of us, we got back some stuff from it, but I don't know. Let's just leave tonight and just try to embrace the pillars we have in our village. We have some strong pillars and they have been there for a while, but they under the radar. Yeah, maybe we should just embrace them a little bit stronger. That's it.
I believe so. Build up the pillars in our community. Yeah, like
right now, Jai does the best choice for Wesley. I don't know who's the other candidates, but right now, to me, Jai does the best. And you can tell me what they want. To me, right now, Jai is the best candidate for Wesley because that's the only candidate I know about. I don't know who's going up else for Labour or
I don't going up for nothing.
Independence. Clinton not going up for independence again. So
independent. Let me tell you.
But you don't have to go up. Somebody else can go up to Clinton. It's not your own. Independence is not your party.
What are you talking about? But if I go up independent, I'm gonna kill my own party.
No, Clint, you wouldn't kill your own party. If you go up for independence, you still wouldn't win again.
Who do you think it up to?
Clint, if you go up for independence, you get in 2 votes.
2 votes, you madman.
No, sorry, free.
What's up your radio?
If you go up for independent right now, you get in 3 votes. The 20 people for UWP that voted, you go and vote Ja. So you gonna get 3 votes. You and
you'd be so surprised to see what's gonna happen.
Mike Clinton
You'd be so surprised.
Sometimes we have to come out in a dream we there in sometimes, you know. Sometimes we have to leave the dream and just move on. Anyhow, to me, right now in Wesley, we need somebody to really bring up Wesley. To Clint, I just joking around with you. I just joking around with you. Leave it alone. We really need somebody. We need somebody to leave it alone, Clint. Leave it alone. We need somebody to really put the community together. I think Ja can do that. I think Ja is not a red or blue guy. I have spoken to Ja different times and I don't see him, whether you black or you white, he's not that type of person. If you bring something good to the table, I think he can take it and carry it. And if I have to support him in any way, I will do that directly. My sense.
Why you want to bring Ja on the other side, man? Because he is Ja.
You see, and that is the same thing we go back to. Ignorance.
Ja is a man like me.
No, he can never be. He can never be. That is why. That's why.
You go. No.
Anyways, fellas, it was.
So that's why he needs to distance himself from you. That is why John needs to distance himself from you, boy. You're a problem, boy. You're a problem.
So, but to the listening audience, they say no, I like trouble. That's the last comment that came to. No, I like trouble. But
No,
yeah,
sometimes you just have to say it how it is. I mean, honestly, that's how I feel. I think he's a very good guy for the community. I'll tell you straight up. I joke in a Drex. I mean, maybe some things I say might be true, but it's joke I joking. I mean, Drex like that.
No, you know, I know,
He'll
you
always
know.
be like that. That is my boy from not from high school, not from government school. We go to school together. That's my boy. So no, nothing. That's just us joking around. But on a serious note, I think.
no, I cut off.
And I just think we need to support him. I think we young people and the younger need to support him and give him our support. I don't know who's the other candidate. Sometimes we might have a better candidate than him coming up for the independent candidate or the Labour Party. I don't know who's the other candidates, but for me right now, I give you 110%.
I like to hear that.
That's how I speak. I speak from my heart. I sincere when it comes to my village, you know, Clint. That's why I tell you. I mean, yo, if he wasn't a good candidate, I would say straight out he's not a good candidate. That's me.
I think we need more people like Ja in our community.
Very true. Very true. Very true. We need more people to say, hey, you're not blue or red. You are a person. And that is where it starts.
Okay.
Yeah, if we can get a few people, especially the leaders, the people up front, to say, hey, you're not blue or red. You are a person from the community, so I support you no matter what you do. I come to your shop, not whether you blue or red, because I want something in your shop, and I buy it in your shop. You're having a meeting, you're having a block, or you're having a whatever you're having. I come, I support you, not because you're a Labour or UWP, not because you're blue or red. If we have that. Wesley used to be way on top, you know.
Yeah, man. But you see, we became too dependent. But that's a topic for next day. Fellas, good night. Audience, good night.
Very
Have
true.
a blessed time. Tomorrow is Monday morning. Be positive and work hard at whatever craft you're working at.
Have a positive week, folks.
Yeah, man, everybody take it easy. Enjoy the week. Have fun.
Blessings, Rex. Blessings.
You don't know you go already.
Don't leave, eh? Don't leave. I got to end the live, but don't leave.
Yeah.